Catch that, Gligar.
That is correct.
I like how Jerry P does it. He does one color for offense, one color for defense.
No, that's fine. We didn't know what was going on.
Meet retirement, education, and other financial needs.
Thad and Andy can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC.
Welcome back to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank Card. I'm now joined with Brandon Valley football coach Chad Garrow. Coach, your team opened last Friday night with a loss to Sioux Falls Roosevelt 28-13. Your offense scored a touchdown very early in the game. I think it's about the 7:44 mark of the first call.
Well, I mean, some of it, early in the season is misexecution and things like that we didn't execute real well on offense, but they did a lot of good things. Their defense is outstanding. They're big, they're physical, and they're fast. Kicked off, we got some bad, like we were inside the 20 to start, and we didn't perform offensively, so we couldn't get out of there. They just kept that on us in the second half, and our defense just wore down, and they got after them after a while.
You just mentioned your defense, Coach. You only gave up 258 yards against Roosevelt and had 4 sacks. Overall, how did you feel your defense play in the ball game?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did well for our inability to move the ball on offense.
And when I think of your teams, especially what I want to improve on maybe the most with your rushing.
You do, but you also take a look at that and say, hey, maybe we can't do what we did last year. So you get a lot of self-evaluation, a lot of team evaluation, maybe. So we got to look at, us as coaches too, and what we planned, and maybe we need to be better at that.
Coach, your team was in the Dakota Bowl against O'Gorman in 2016. What does it mean for your program to be involved in a game like the Dakota Bowl?
It's a lot of fun for the kids. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they're not going to play in front of a crowd like that unless they're probably in the championship game. So it's a great opportunity for our kids to have that atmosphere, But the biggest thing is you have to tell them, that don't let the atmosphere be bigger than the game, because it's still about the game. All the stuff going on, and we preach the same thing for our Big Skin Classic. There's tons of things going on, but it's about the football game, and that's why we're there, to play a football game.
And let's talk about this year's O'Gorman team, your opponent tonight, Coach. They beat Rapid City Stevens 56-20. I know I interviewed you twice last year. The first word that came out of your mouth was speed. This year's O'Gorman team, I know you've probably only seen film on one game. What stands out so far from what you see?
Yeah, they ran the ball real effectively last week, and so if they can do that, that's a plus for their offense. In the last few times that we played them, they haven't been able to do that, and they've turned the ball over throwing and things like that. So, we hope to limit that, to make them throw, make them more one-dimensional, and get some turnovers with that. But yeah, they got a lot of athletes on the field. They're not the biggest, but they're going to play hard, they're going to hit hard, and get to the ball and things like that. So, I mean, it'll definitely be a challenge for us.
And finally, offensively, what must your team do to be able to...
We do some different things after we evaluate that film. We maybe need to be more 50-50. Last year we were about 75-25, So, but we need to execute when we do. Even if we do throw, you still have to execute. You have to execute your blocking scheme up front. You have to execute your routes, how the guys run the routes, what your quarterback sees. So there's a lot of things that go into it. Our run game we're still going to want to establish our run game, and and because that's what we do and that's what I believe in. And
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
all right, thanks.
The high school football team of all time.
All right, that was Chad Garrow, Brandon Valley head coach, and we would like to thank him for his time. Now, we had some pretty exciting football last night across AAA and AA. Dan, take it away.
Here we go. The number 5 Sioux Falls Lincoln played number 1 Sioux Falls Roosevelt right here at Howard Wood, which I did come out and see about 3/4 of that. Roosevelt won 35-17. Watertown was out to Rapid City Stevens. Stevens won 40-12 over the Arrows. Number 1 Pier in AA was at West Central, 46-6. Millbank took on Huron. Number 5 Huron, Huron won 33-20. And Sioux Falls Washington was down in Harrisburg. Number 3 Sioux Falls Washington took on the Tigers. First year of Harrisburg in the AAA. Harrisburg won 28-15. And Yankton was at Dakota Valley. Dakota Valley won 46-34. Lynx was at Brookings. Brookings won 29-6. Aberdeen Central played the doubleheader, the second game out at Rapid City, and they took on Central and beat it Central 20-18. And Mitchell played Sioux Falls Christian, and Sioux Falls Christian won 26-23. A lot of close games, a lot of AA over AAA last night in different class. So pretty interesting night for football across the state. Also going on last night was the Augustana Yankton Trails Twilight Meet. 47 high school teams and 27 college teams ran over there, and O'Gorman girls finished 8th, boys varsity 11th. Aaliyah Hardy won the high school race with a time of 17:50, a school record for the Augie Twilight Meet. You know, pretty good. She's first place.
That's impressive.
She is a runner. And Alex Hove led the boys in 21st, a time of 16:41. That was a school record. So I tell you what, and then Abby Rippendab, an O'Gorman alum, won the college race for the Coyotes of USD. Got that in for you, Brett, of 16:47. So O'Gorman shined there last night. And then we had, volleyball this past week. The Lady Knights took on Lincoln and swept them Thursday night 3-0. If you didn't catch that one,
Good for them.
and that was pretty good. Emma Ronzik had, I believe, a record 13 kills on Thursday night. So
Is that so? Well, the scoreboard update has been brought to you by Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get value from their businesses. Jameson can be reached at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes. Well, don't go away, because Brett Byler interviewed O'Gorman's head coach Jason Poppinga, and that interview is next on the Night's Game Day Show on Real Presence Radio Network.
Whether you need to be fitted with eyeglasses or contact lenses, or you need a comprehensive eye exam, Barnett Vision Clinic in Sioux Falls utilizes the latest technology and treatments available. Barnett Vision Clinic offers a wide selection of eye care products, including sunwear, eyewear, and contact lenses to fit your specific eye care needs. Barnett Vision Clinic offers a same-day pay for patients without vision coverage. Their number is 605-335-7757 or online at barnettvisionclinic.com.
Pregnant, one word, many emotions. Sioux Falls Catholic Family Services is ready to support you by providing free and confidential counseling to birth parents regardless of faith or ethnic origin. For more information, to speak with a pregnancy counselor, or to schedule an appointment, call Catholic Family Services at 605-988-3775 or email cfs@sfcatholic.org.
This is Mark Konzemius. In 1987, Bishop Paul Dudley and a group of business leaders started the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota to help raise, manage, and distribute God's gifts as determined by donors' intent. We continue to grow their vision and legacy of faith. Many choose the Catholic Community Foundation for their charitable giving because of our commitment to Catholic moral and social values. Learn more about the Catholic Community Foundation. Visit ccfesd.org.
Welcome back to the Night's Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank Card. I'm now joined by O'Gorman football coach Jason Poppinga. Coach, your team defeated Rapid City Stevens 56-20 last Friday night after about a 45-minute lightning delay. Overall, Coach, what stood out about your team's performance in Game 1?
Obviously, the fact that, we scored 5 touchdowns in a row, and, every time that Stevens scored, we turned around and countered with another touchdown. Those are marks of, good teams that are able to, take adversity when the other team gains momentum and get it right back. And obviously Teagan, first start for him in his high school career, going out there, and I don't know what his stats were, but throwing the 2 touchdown passes, the first one being the big one, to Stuckel, and then throughout the night I think he threw passes to 6 different receivers and did a nice job of distributing the ball. And the last one really was Tate Wishart coming on with 5 rushing touchdowns and 100 and some yards of rushing, which I don't think we've had more than 1 or 2 100-yard rushing games from one player since I've been here at O'Gorman. So those are all definitely high points and things that we're going to continue to work to improve on.
I know one thing, Coach, you mentioned to me in the Stevens interview before the game was your interest to see how the physicality of your offensive and defensive lines played this season. You had some new players on both of those fronts. How happy were you with how physical your boys were up front on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, overall it was good. There's obviously still room for improvement, and individually, we're still preaching to our kids about technique and footwork and, and getting better up front. But overall, the push at the line of scrimmage, I thought for most of the game that, we were winning those types of battles up front. This next week you're going to go from a 250-pound line to a 280-pound line, and that extra 30 pounds is a big difference, and guys like, Ronnie Bargman, who's in the low 200s, giving up 50 pounds, to the defender across the line, that's definitely a new challenge for us. So that's going to be key for us is, can we still run the football this week, against a very good Brandon defense, and, and obviously can we stop their power running game on defense for us, because, that's how they beat us in the last 2 years.
One more question about the Stevens game. Your defensive backs were kind of in an island a little bit that game with Bird and Hackman making his first varsity start against a couple of really good receivers in Nesbitt and Keel for Rapid City Stevens. How do you feel like those two competed and did against those Rapid City Stevens receivers?
Yeah, obviously we can get better because we gave up some big plays that were on third down that we could have got off the field and get our offensive ball back and continued drives. You're right. They're on islands. You're going to know when they make great plays or don't make great plays that we expect them to make that defensive stop. That it's going to be similar this week. With Brandon, the number of guys we have to commit to the box in order to stop their run. That puts them once again out on the island that they're going to have to come up and make a play. And everybody in the stadium is going to know whether or not they did it. That's the pressure they have on them. As playing the corner position.
This will be your 4th Dakota Bowl as a head coach for O'Gorman. Coach, you're 3-0 in those games. What does it mean for you to be a part of this Dakota Bowl experience as a head coach for Sioux Falls O'Gorman?
Yeah, it's really special. This atmosphere is second to none, outside of a state championship game for these kids. They all look forward to it. They know that's going to be a big crowd. The whole day is spent out there, and, from the youth football camp in the morning to, the parade going into the stadium to the fireworks. All that kind of stuff, that brings so many people to this game, and, getting to play in front of that type of a crowd is special. And now this year, add the fact that it's Brandon Valley, and the only loss, 2 losses we had last year were to the Brandon Valley Lynx, that we get a chance to, I don't know if it's prove ourselves or redeem ourselves, but, to definitely see where we are this year as far as our ability as a team.
And for your defense against Brandon's offense, you've already kind of mentioned slowing down the running game, which has really hurt us in the last 3 losses to them. How important will be tackling with that and just getting off the field on third down? I know the first game against Brandon, it felt like we could never get off the field on third down, and then there was a lot of opportunities we've had in both the games last year where we just didn't tackle the guys that were people in position.
Yeah, they run hard, and obviously you get that many guys that are at the line of scrimmage and the physical nature. We need a defensive push up front. Our linebackers, like you said, have to be able to secure tackles and get it down, and realistically we need a turnover to happen out of that somewhere. We need to create a fumble that's going to change the tide of the game and give us that 7-14 point swing to gain the momentum for us. But it's not going to be like last week. What we said is that anytime Stevens got a little momentum, we took it right back, and that's going to be the challenge this week because Brandon's going to score points. They're going to have success on offense, and it's going to be a matter of can our offense get that 1-2 punch and come back and score again.
What's the biggest challenge the Brandon defense presents to your offense tonight?
Especially up front, they're very athletic. I think their defensive line is one of their best groups on the field, and for us to be able to run between the tackles is going to be paramount, because if we can't and we have to go out to the perimeter, then all of a sudden they can play a lot of games with us out there. And it's tough to call plays sometimes when you know that you become a one-dimensional team and have to be able to throw out in space like we were much of the time playing Brandon the last 2 years.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you, Brett. Appreciate it.
All right, well, thank you so much, Coach Poppinga, for his time as always and his insight each and every week. Now, we would like to turn it over to John Fritsch with Fritsch Advisors with the Keys to Victory segment, and we look forward to hearing from John each week for what the Knights need to do to win the ball games.
Dakota Bowl 19. I can't think of a worse mismatch. I mean, let's get real. Brandon Valley. First of all, they should have two high schools out there. There should be Brandon High School and Valley Springs High School. And then they just combined to have this behemoth. Look at who they got back. They got their linemen coming back, two really good running backs, Steffel and the other fella. They got some really good players, but the best, of course, is the quarterback, Scolton, and he's going to be a great one because he comes from a great gene pool. His father was a great athlete at Augustana. He's a great coach now. And his mother, well, she's a daughter of the all-time winningest coach at Augustana. He's really from the deep end of the gene pool. There's no doubt about that. O'Gorman, well, first ball game out of the chute, Rapid City Stevens. Brandon played one of the best teams in the state. O'Gorman did not. The challenge is for both teams to improve. Brandon is just a giant. They've got everything, but tonight you're going to see the gutty, gritty Knights. Go Knights.
All right, thank you so much, John. Tonight's key to victory for the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights have been brought to you by Fritsch Benefits, a registered investment advisor representative. John Fritsch can be reached at 605-334-8086. Now we'll go ahead and head into our starting lineups, but first, tonight's Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights Game Day Show has been brought to you by First Premier Bank Card. First Premier Bank Card are proud sponsors of the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights. First Premier Bank Card, locally grown, nationally known. Well, I'll kick it off here with the O'Gorman starting defense. Just for sake of time and brevity, folks, I will hold off on the heights and weights of these playmakers, but starting off on tackles, we have number 4, Tip Raymond, and number 66, Matt Peters. On the end is number 44, Jonah Webben, and number 45, Cade McCuska. Our linebackers for tonight's contest for O'Gorman is 22, Alexander Kowalczyk, number 25, Jacob Schwab, and number 5, John Kunkel. And then at defensive backs, we have Jacob Nord, number 24, number 13, Zach Norton, number 1, Caden Hackman, and number 14, Connor Pavelko, who will also double as your kicker for all things booting. Now over to the Brandon Valley Lynx offense. Number 72, tackle, Zach Rogo. Number 67, Jared Vanderbush, also a tackle. The guards will be 53, J.T. Bieber, and 71, Zach Bennett. Center will be Brett Caddy, number 62. Tight end, Braden Dibdahl, number 45. Cole Siliazin will be number 3, will be a wide receiver alongside his partner Ty McCann, number 6. And their heavily vaunted offense will be running back Tate Johnson, number 21, and Austin Vigance, number 15 at fullback, and then Thomas Scolton, the starting quarterback, number 10.
Okay, and the defense for the Brandon Valley Lakes, number 45, Braden Dibdahl, Parker Reed, number 44, number 60, Dante Miller, number 70, San Lubke, number 54, Elijah Klein, 33, Damian Shumke, number 2, Jesse Steffel, number 32, Joey Nemick, number 27, Joel Kolbeck, number 26, Mark Munchkinhouse, and number 7, Jackson Hilton. Starting for the O'Gorman Knights tonight in the 41st Bob Burton Dakota Bowl is our center, number 70, Liam Sorensen. Guard, 51, Ronnie Bargman. Guard, 50, Jacob Dolden. The tackle is number 77, Will Waschenberger, number 71, Devin Brenner. The wide receivers tonight, number 16, Logan Jones, number 2, Sam Stukel, number 13, Zach Norton, number 24, the Birdman, Jacob Bird, and running back, number 30, Tate Wishard, and quarterback is number 10, Tegan Schlemgen. So of those starters tonight, we have 15 seniors, 5 juniors. There's 2 going both ways for O'Gorman. For Brandon Valley, they have 12 seniors, 8 juniors, 1 sophomore starting, and they have one going both ways. So they got Brandon Valley's a little bit younger.
Yeah, but they've certainly got the talent with that title to back it up. Now, the starting lineups are brought to you by the Barnes DeMoore Group at Morgan Stanley Financial Advisors in Sioux Falls. The Barnes DeMoore Group can be reached at 605-338-6500, located at 300 Charapa Place, Suite 503, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Products and services by Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. Don't go anywhere, folks. Kickoff is coming right up, and we will be back after a short commercial break. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights Game Day Show on Real Presence Radio.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. Andrew DeMore and Thaddeus Barnes, financial advisors with the Barnes DeMore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office, know that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. Andrew and Thad can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs. Andrew and Thad can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley, Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls has something for everyone. They offer a buffet featuring pizza and chicken. Pizza Ranch has daily specials as well as 5 party rooms and a dining area. You can also order online and they'll bring the experience to you. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Howard Wood Field here in lovely Sioux Falls, where we're about to have the coin toss between number 2 ranked O'Gorman Knights and number 4 ranked Brandon Valley Lynx. Now, this is the 41st annual Dakota Bowl. I'm looking forward to a great matchup. 63 degrees, overcast cloud. Oh, actually, the cloud cover is just kind of blown away, but it looks like it's going to be here a while. But a beautiful stage set for a wonderful game.
Oh, it's football. This is football weather. I mean, last year I think it was like 80 plus, and it was hot and sweaty, and everybody was kind of getting some Charlie horses. But tonight you look at 60 degrees. What is more perfect weather than football? For the fans, not, but for the players, doesn't get any better than this. It's cool outside. The wind's blowing. You know, the wind could come down a little bit. Maybe it will here as we get to 7 o'clock, 7:30 here. The wind hopefully will come down.
Absolutely.
But what a perfect night for football.
You know, with Brandon Valley winning 2 times last year, this is certainly going to be a revenge game for O'Gorman. Their only 2 losses were to Brandon Valley last year. My keys, I hope that O'Gorman just keeps it simple. That offensive line has to have a repeat of their dominant game last week against Stevens and impose their will on this Brandon Valley defense.
I think Brandon won the toss, and O'Gorman's going to get the ball, so we're going to be going left to right. We're actually going west to east here as we're facing north here. So we're going to be going in the wind in the first quarter here right away.
And O'Gorman, they are wearing their blue tops, their white helmets, and the white pants. And Brandon Valley, God bless them, they've got those white jerseys with white numbers, or like a semi-gold number. So it's going to be fun, folks, to try to call this one.
I even brought what size are these binoculars, Micah? These are 12 by 100 by 70s, and I don't think they can read those numbers.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. But it looks like Brandon Valley will be kicking off. They're wearing their white helmets, white jerseys, and black pants. They will be kicking off right to left. O'Gorman going left to right.
In Dakota Bowl right now, O'Gorman is 29-11 in the overall for Dakota Bowl, so pretty good record. Not a very big crowd for Brandon Valley over there, is there?
No, Pavelko and Bird back to receive the kickoff.
Let's get started with Dakota Bowl 41.
Of course, with the wind at their back, it was a beautiful kick by Brandon Valley. Bird will go ahead and take it in the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line for the opening drive of the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl.
And I see our windows just got a little bit of wet on it, so it's spitting just a little bit here in Sioux Falls right now. So that's a big thing, to keep that ball nice and dry for both teams.
Absolutely. So O'Gorman starting their drive here. Schlimgen in the shotgun. Tate Wishart off to his left. He fakes the handoff, go to the left side. And he will get about 4 yards, so the ball will be on the 24-yard line, 2nd down and 6.
And they're going to try to keep Brandon Valley off. They're going to play them. They're going to try to keep them off kilter because they're good. Their defensive line is solid. You know, what are they averaging? 240, 250?
Schlimgen in the shotgun formation. Oh, they fake it over.
First down.
Boy,
nice play.
Who was that? Number 20. Okay, Kowalczyk.
Kowalczyk came in.
So Kowalczyk took the snap and ran it up the heart. Got 8 yards on that carry.
That's good for O'Gorman Knights. First down.
Schlimgen gets the snap. Sorry, folks, I was trying to look up some numbers here. Schlimgen gets the snap and ran it down the right side of the field here, the near side by me.
Zach Norton, he picked up what, about 25 on a play?
Yeah.
Down to the RO45, so we were at the 30 there, so yeah.
Now he's on the 45. Good for him.
Nice kick out to the right.
Schlimgen from the shotgun hands it off to Wishart, who is stopped about 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Brandon Valley really read that one. So with 10:45 left in the first quarter, second down and 13 for the Knights.
And one thing, if you're watching on YouTube, you know who's quarterbacking? Norton.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's right.
I caught that. That was quarterback keeper, and that's when I first noticed. And I'm sorry, folks, I missed that the last play. That's where.
So Norton from the shotgun hands off to Wishart. I'm not sure he got much.
But no, Zach Norton, he goes both ways. Now last year when the quarterback Schlimgen was hurt and everything, he come in and played quarterback. So it's not like he can't. He's a good athlete, and so
Wishart on the handoff, actually taken back a yard. 3rd and 13 to go here with 9:55 left in the first quarter. Norton gets the snap and passes it up to Kowalczyk. Picks up the first down. What did he get to the 34? It looks like they're going to spot that at the 34-yard line.
I like how he rolls out there, and he just kind of lobbed it right up over a couple of receivers, and of course Brandon, they're jumping to try to bat it down and try to interception, but those Alexander Kowalczyk right there to get it and pick it up. So Knights are driving first down on the 34 in the Knight territory.
Norton in the shotgun, Wishart to his right. He fakes the handoff to Wishart and runs up the gut. Norton is down.
First down.
Picks up another first down. Looks like he got about 12 yards on that carry.
Did you see that fake? How the whole defense went left with Wishart?
Yep, they read him. Yep.
They read a great fake by Norton and Wishart on that.
Absolutely great play calling here by the Knights early on. Now 1st and 10 with 9:05 left in the first quarter. Score 0-0.
See, last year when against Washington, they struck with a 73-yard pass to kind of silence the crowd a little bit on their side. Well, Gorman needs to score here in this drive.
Norton receives the snap and hands it off to Wishart, who lunges forward. Looks like he might have gotten a yard. I don't know. Maybe they'll just.
But he ran into the pile and kind of second effort got around to pick up that yard. So that center collapsed big time on Wishart.
That's a gain of 3, second down and 7 for the Knights from the Lynx.
So gain of 3 for Wishart. The second down and 7. The ball on the 19-yard line with 8:20 left in the first quarter. Norton in the I formation, Wishart to his left. And he fakes over to Wishart and runs it down the right side. Tackles one through another tackler and is finally taken out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
6-yard line now.
6-yard line.
Take it nice.
Goodness gracious, what am I doing taking away a yard from him? Oh.
First and goal, 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
This great opening drive with Norton at the helm. Earlier I said it was Schlimgen. That's my fault, folks.
Nice fakes by Norton. I'm very impressed.
Tell you what, Norton looks sharp.
Let's get the score before we. Takes it down to the 3, Al.
Norton and the quarterback keeper.
Of course, you got that line in the middle. You got Sorensen, Bargman, Doden, Waschenberger, and Brennan. Them boys can make a hole here for him. 3 yards, second and goal on the 3rd.
So here we go with 7:45 left in the first quarter. Boy, Norton has done a great job of commanding this team on this opening drive for O'Gorman.
Okay, you got Jacob Schwab in there on the left side. They're all playing tight.
Norton gets the handoff, shovels it over, touchdown Knights! Number 30, Tate Wishart runs it in from the 3-yard line, and the Knights are ahead 6-0.
He was unstoppable there. He just,
Well, I tell you what.
took it to the right. You notice they've been going right? Mm-hmm. So they're keying on the right. They're playing on the right side.
He had a full head of steam, did Wishart, and he just plowed his way right through to the end zone,
nice.
almost untouched. Good for him. Pavelko is on for the extra point.
Nice play, Tate.
Snap, up, kick. Good. Pavelko tacks on the extra point with O'Gorman Knights now leading 7-0 on the opening drive of the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights football on Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is now on Amazon devices. To listen to your station, just ask Alexa to enable the Real Presence Radio skill and use a phrase like,
Alexa, tell Real Presence Radio to play Sioux Falls.
or
Alexa, ask Real Presence Radio to play FM 94.5.
you can also visit the Alexa Skills Marketplace and search for Real Presence Radio to enable it. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere, now on your Amazon devices.
We hope you enjoy the great music and food.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagan Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
And we're back here in Howard Wood Field for the Dakota Bowl, 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl. O'Gorman kicking off now to Brandon Valley after scoring on their opening drive. Brandon Valley fields it at the 15-yard line, and they bring it up all the way to the 34-yard line, so they will start their opening offensive drive. First and 10 with 7:24 in the first quarter.
I'm sorry, I cannot read that number.
No clue.
I am sorry, folks.
No
Brandon
idea.
Valley, if you're people, Brandon Valley, listen, I apologize. I cannot read that number. The lights and the design of those numbers are hard.
Well, I'm going to go with
for an old guy like me.
for starting lineup. Now, Thomas Skolton is under center. And he hands off to Tate Johnson, who barrels forward for a gain of about 5 yards. So the ball will be second and 5 on the 39-yard line.
So is Kwalzik back in there? Because he sat out a little bit. The trainers are looking at him.
Now I see Slingen down there on the sidelines warming up. Now I wonder if they're going to go back and forth between Norton and Slingen tonight, just to change things up a little bit.
Keep them hopping. Keep them guessing.
Skolton with the snap down the middle and just outshot his receiver there by a couple of yards.
He beat Bird. He had Bird beat on that one. The ball wasn't there. And
number 24, Jacob Bird. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Lynx.
As they bring Peters off and bring in number 60 Winterton for O'Gorman.
Okay, 3rd and 5. Can they hold him here?
3rd and 5. Skolton in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. And it looks like he's got Vegans to his left. Scrambles around, scrambles out of the pocket to Skolton, and he's going to take it and run it down to, it looks like he's taken out about the 41 or 42-yard line.
He's short.
Yep, he's short by a couple of yards. Let's see where they spot it.
And the Brandon Valley team thinks he got thrown down out of bounds, but I don't see a flag. So
momentum was taken. It was taking the boys that way.
So 4th and 3 here. Looks like Brandon Valley's going to punt. They're in punting formation, so
it'll be interesting to see if they do go ahead and punt.
Bird and Norton are back at the 20.
I believe Jory Sorensen is on to punt the ball for Brandon Valley. Sorensen kick off. A pretty good punt. All the way, it's received over on the 12-yard line. And returned up to the 22-yard line by Jacob Bird.
45, Cade McCuska got in there, but he just about got it. He had a beat on the ball there. Of course, we didn't hear his name last week. He had an injury. He didn't play the first game. He's back, and 45 McCuska is a senior. Remember his grandpa Bob last year? We talked about him, Brett. I got to meet him earlier today. He's here in the crowd tonight.
Oh, it sounds like they are going to do the fireworks. I've just heard that over the PA system. 6:24 here in the first quarter. The Knights on their second drive. Of course, they had scored on their first drive. And a pass to Sam Stukel, who runs up the left-hand side all the way down to the 37-yard line. That's a first down for O'Gorman. Now 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line.
Wide open.
Wide open. Yeah, he looked good.
I tell you what, the defense of Brandon, they're Poppington's throwing some stuff at him today. They're keeping him off balance. That's what he wants.
Now Slimkin from the shotgun does a quick shovel over to
Stukel.
Stukel. For no gain, I believe.
They get an update down in Norman, Oklahoma. The Sooners lead the Coyotes 14-0 at the end of one.
Oh, wow.
What do you think that final is going to be, folks? Number 4, Oklahoma Sooners are playing Division I, University of South Dakota Coyotes. Hey, God bless the Coyotes. I don't think they have a prayer.
Yeah, Boomer Sooner on that one, I believe.
Yeah. And Jackrabbits lead 7 at the end of one, the Long Island Sharks.
Second 9 from the 38. Schlimgen takes the snap, tucks it, and ends up running all the way to the 49-yard line for another O'Gorman first down. Oh, Gorman, they're moving the ball around. They're tweaking and ducking. This is good to watch.
They had a good week of practice, and this is what Coach wants. We just keep that momentum going. And we can get another score, and that'll put a shock on Brandon Valley.
Absolutely. So O'Gorman now, 1st and 10 from their 49-yard line. 4:50 left in the first quarter.
Okay, they got 4 wideouts, 2 on each side.
Schlimgen takes the snap, fakes it to Wishart, and passes up the middle. And
Norton was wide open coming across.
Was that Norton? Yeah, that was Norton. Yeah.
Norton coming across his slant. He just kind of threw him and got a little bit ahead of him.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit off on that timing there.
But isn't that a kind of good caliber? Here you got Norton to play quarterback and also receiver. I think that's a good because he knows the plays in and out, both sides.
Absolutely. Yeah, those two are certainly worked all week on getting on the same page, and this is going to be a highly potent offense, hopefully tonight for the Knights. Now with 3 receivers left, Schlimgen from the shotgun, Wishart to his right. Packs back, so looks down to left side there. And that pass was defended greatly by Brandon Valley.
That was 3 guys on Bird.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a great job on that defense, zoning in on Jacob Bird, who was the intended receiver. So now with on their 49, it's 3rd and 10 with 4:39 left in the first quarter.
This is the worst field position we've had at 3rd and 10 so far in the last 8 minutes of the ballgame. First 8 minutes of the ballgame, excuse me.
Well, let's see if they can get that 3rd down conversion here. Schlimgen from the shotgun, 2 receivers right and left. Schlimgen tucks and he runs with it, but he's going to be stopped at the 48-yard line.
You see that delay? Mm-hmm. He got the ball, he faked the pass, kind of put there that little bit of delay to draw the linebackers, and it kind of opened it up.
Yeah, but they were quick. You know, Brandon Valley's defense, they're quick.
They just collapsed on him.
Yeah, they picked up on that real quick.
3-yard gain, so it's 4th and 7.
So 4th and 7, it looks like the Knights are going to go for it.
But look who's quarterback in here.
Now Norton is back in quarterback in the shotgun. As he runs to his left, gets some blocks, and he will not make it. He is taken down at the 45-yard line. So with that, Brandon Valley will take over the ball on the 45-yard line. So great field possession here for Brandon Valley. We're hoping to get a score to score a touchdown here and tie this game.
Back in my day, we call that college left, where everybody took off left to just block anybody in your way, and we're making a path, and he's swinging out there. You know, he got 5-6 yards on that?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, unfortunately not enough. Ball spotted on the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Skolton now from the shotgun. And he hands it off, and O'Gorman read that easily and took down, I believe that was 21, Tate Johnson.
On the tackle for the Knights.
Yep, Tate Johnson will be the running back. Austin Vigance will be the fullback.
Second down and 12.
So Brandon Valley now looking at a 12-yard deficit here, 2nd and 12, with the ball spotted on the 43-yard line.
21, Tate Johnson was lead rusher last year from Brandon Valley. Okay, what do we got? We got a couple players going out. We got a look like equipment change.
Now I wonder if his helmet snapped or something.
He's got a shoulder pad or something. Something's going. They're working on him over there, and I think it was Johnson that went out.
So 2nd and 12, Skolton in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Receives the snap, looks down the left side, decides to tuck the ball, and is taken down for a sack at the 44-yard line.
A yard. He lost a yard.
Yep.
So 3rd and 13. See him scrambling like that?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like.
It's a loss of 1. 3rd down and 13 for the Lynx. 42.
Peters, Makushka, and Webb, and they were in there on him.
Yeah, everybody with the blue jersey seemed like they tackled
Tip Ryman.
Skolton that time.
45 Makushka's on the left end there.
With 2:40 left in the first quarter, Knights leading 7-0. Skolton from the shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 right. With Johnson on his right, drops back, passes it up the middle, and the receiver was unable to pull it in as he fell down at the 51-yard line. 4th and 13 to go, and it looks like Brandon Valley will be punting the ball.
44, Jonah Webb was right there to deflect it, so kind of put a little pressure on him there, and he bobbled the ball and dropped it. So who goes back? Bird and Norton come back. They're about the 11-yard line for the Knights to receive.
Now the wind is blowing in from the right, so at the backs of Brandon Valley. So this punt travels to the 22-yard line where it's received by Bird, who is taken down at the 32-yard line. Boy, he took a shot right in the back, right at the end of that.
That gets to be dangerous when you're catching that ball on the fly like that and coming in, and so it's really...
Yeah, when you got that momentum kind of coming into the ball there, yep. Bird shakes it off like the trooper he is.
Norton comes out. Glenn being quarterback.
Special thanks to Howard McDowell Insurance.
Bird stays in on offense. He's going to go off to the left.
First down on the 32. Brandon Valley 32.
Stuckel and Bird to the left. Shotgun formation. Oh, and we've got our first penalty of the game. Is going to be on Brandon Valley.
Is that on Dibidall? 45?
I can't tell if that's his 45 or not.
On the defense.
Yep, it was.
I see the 5, and that's the only one I'm looking at. Okay, that's the only 5.
Yeah,
so it's got to be Dibidall. Yep.
So Braden Dibidall accidentally encroaches, and now it is 1st and 5 from the 37 for O'Gorman. Schlimgen from the shotgun passes it over to Stuckel, who is immediately taken down. They lost quite a few yards, actually, so now they will be playing their 2nd down from the 29-yard line.
See, Bird was out there to block, but that guy was right on Bird before he could even attempt to get the block, so it's kind of...
Yep. No, momentum brought him to the 29. They spot the ball on the 34. So now it is 2nd and 8 for O'Gorman with 1:50 left in the first quarter. They lead Brandon Valley Lynx 7-0. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Wishart to the left of Schlimgen. He looks to the right and passes it to Zach Norton, who is quickly taken down at the 44-yard line.
16, Logan Jones is in there now. He was out there. You got Bird, Norton, and Jones as your receivers.
I suppose it would help if I could do math and read a football field. By 44, I meant the 37. So 3rd and 5, ball on the 37, Knights up 7-0 with 1 minute, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Schlimgen has played quarterback this entire series. Of course, the first opening drive where the Knights scored was with Norton at the helm.
Oh, we got a flag, and Wishart picks up the first down, but we got a flag, so...
Yeah, Wishart had about a 11-yard gain on that rush.
Oh, we got holding against the Knights.
Holding on the Knights.
You can bring it back. 51,
well, that doesn't help.
Ronnie Bargman was down, so I'm like... Kozwalczyk comes out. Who just went in? They're going to mark it back more here.
Holding on the offense at the 70.
So unfortunately, with that holding penalty, O'Gorman is now 3rd down and 15 with the ball on the 27-yard line. That was Eddie Mailer who came in. Cousin Eddie, right?
Yep. Okay, Kavako's out in 14. 4 wideouts.
Schlimgen in the shotgun, takes a snap. Passes it to the left side. The intended receiver was Norton. He was unable to bring it in. So with that, it is 4th and 15. The Knights will bring the punt team on. The clock is stopped at 37 seconds here in the first quarter, with the Knights leading 7-0 over Brandon Valley.
And our punter is Zach Norton. Okay, this is a different lineup here. Look at this line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Look at that. I haven't seen that before this year.
Are they going to try to fake something? Now, they've already gone for it on 4th down. But nope, Norton boots it. That'd be a great punt in a phone booth. And it rolls just past the 50-yard line. It'll be touched by O'Gorman on the 49.
Nice roll.
And yeah.
But that was into the wind.
Yeah, it was in the wind.
I like that analogy you just used. I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, Harry Carey used to say, oh, on an infield fly, it's a home run in a phone booth.
You were around for Harry Carey?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm kind of a nerd, so even if I wasn't around for Harry Carey, I was listening to it. So with that, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for Brandon Valley.
Oh, we got a timeout, Mel.
No, end of the first quarter. Nope, 25 seconds left on the first quarter. O'Gorman will take their first timeout of the half.
Now I look at Brandon Valley to put it up. They got the win here the next 25 seconds this drive to put it up Hail Mary in the end zone, or if not, go for the penalty and get down the ball and 1st and goal.
Yeah, they'll definitely try to take advantage of this win.
They got to use the win to their advantage right now. You have to.
Absolutely.
And I'm thinking that's what coach is like. Okay, boys, tighten it up. They got the winner of the bag, 25 seconds. They're going to go for it here. So the DBs, Bird and Hackman, Pavaco's in there. Logan Jones, 16's back there. That's the 4 back. Them boys be on your guard. They're coming.
Well, I tell you what, Raymond, Hackman, Norton, Bird, Pavelko, they played solid last week. Let's see if they can get the big stop here for O'Gorman now. 1st and 10 on the 50 for the Lynx. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Skolton from the shotgun hands it off to Tate Johnson, who rolls out to the right side and is taken down at the 43-yard line.
Picked up, what, 6?
Yep.
Second,
7 yards.
Clock's running under a dime. They're not going to get it off. I don't understand Brandon Valley. I'm sorry. For my analogy, football, I want the wind to my back.
Yeah.
2nd down and 4 for the Lynx.
So they gave him 6 yards on the carry.
Into the first quarter.
Into the first quarter, Gorman leads 7-0 in the 41st Bob Burns Dakota Bowl.
You're listening to O'Gorman Knights football on Real Presence Radio Network.
Jardine Construction is a general contractor of custom homes, remodeling, and commercial construction. Jardine Construction works in close cooperation with project owners and customers when developing a plan for a building or home. Jardine Construction has lots available in Sioux Falls, Hartford, and Humboldt. John can be reached at 605-231-0830 and Tom at 605-261-6174.
Providence Financial is committed to protecting what matters most to you, your family, and your future. Mark Promis, a trusted choice independent insurance agent with Providence Financial in Sioux Falls, does not work for any one insurance company. He works for you. Mark provides coverage for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. And he can customize policies for you. To make an appointment with Mark, you can call 605-376-3227, or you can visit him at 3208 East 26th Street.
Pre-planning a funeral is a wonderful gift for families. I'm David Lewis of Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, a family-owned and operated service to the community. Our goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral services. I will listen to all needs and offer choices for funeral arrangements and make sure all questions are answered. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home can be contacted at 336-0707 or by going to barnettlewis.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 41st Annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl here at Howard Wood Field. While we were at break, the Brandon Valley Lynx did go for a drive. They got the first down, so now the ball will be on the 40-yard line. Tate Johnson with a 4-yard scramble, got to the 40. And Tate Johnson gets a handoff again, takes it up the gut for about a 6-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 34-yard line.
Now Brandon Valley's going left to right, going into the wind. If you've been at Howard Wood, going to the video screen towards the Denny Premier Center. As we're on the south side in the press box, as O'Gorman is home. We got a couple injured Knights here, and we'll get to that here in a little bit.
Skolton under center with the handoff to Johnson, who had a good running start, but was stopped by the stout defensive line of O'Gorman.
Nice stop by the boys there.
Good for them. So it'll be 3rd and 3 with the ball on the 33. Just opening up the second quarter here, 10:40 left in the second quarter.
Matt Peters, McCuska, Webben, Ryman, they're right in there. Kunkel, Matichek,
Skolton.
Third and short.
Under center, hands it off to Tate Johnson, who rolls out to the left. Is hit once, but looks like he's going to get enough for the first down. Taken down by...
Maybe by half a yard they give it to him.
Anders Matichek there on the tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line for Brandon Valley.
McCuska comes in and Jacob Schwab comes out for the Knights.
The Lynx driving left to right here in the second quarter. 9:53 left in the second quarter. Down 7-0 to O'Gorman. Skolton under center, fakes the handoff to Johnson, looks down to the right-hand side, and passes it over to number 11, Jackson Hilton.
Bird on the stop.
That was a 7-yard reception by Jackson Hilton. First time we called his name tonight.
3rd and be...
2nd down and 3 from the 22-yard line.
Ryman, McCuska, and Peters are your front three.
I formation, Skolton under center, hands it off to Johnson, who runs up the middle. Enough for the first down, breaks a couple of tacklers, rolls out to the 15-yard line, so that'll be 1st and 10 from the 15 for Brandon Valley.
John Kunkel on the tackle.
Play clock at 20. With 9 minutes, 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Finally, Brandon Valley getting a chance to get in the red zone and see what they can do. See if they can capitalize on this. I formation, Jackson Hilton off to the right. And a handoff to Tate Johnson, who scurries up to pretty much the, looks like 10-yard line.
10 and a half.
At the 11, yeah. So a nice 4-yard gain for Tate Johnson for Brandon Valley. Pavelko on the stop.
Oh.
Looks like we're going to get another timeout here for
O'Gorman.
Yep.
That's the second of the half. 8:37, clock stops. O'Gorman calls the timeout. Knights lead 7-0. Brandon Valley driving the ball on the 11-yard line. A couple injuries we can see. Number 22, Andrew Kowalczyk, has his pads off and in crutches. So I think he's done for the night.
Yeah, and looks like
5'11", 200-pound senior. Looks like his left ankle. And who's on the...
With some ice, and it looks like that's Bargman on the trainer's table right now getting his calf
50
looked at or something, maybe some cramps. I don't know.
It looks like maybe his knee. They're looking at his knee. 51, Ronnie Bargman, 5'9", 220. He's a starting guard, senior. Kwolzik starts linebacker, so who took his place? We got Matichek's in there, 33.
Yeah, Andrews Matichek.
Andrews Matichek has taken Andrews. Andrews for Andrew.
There you go. So 2nd down and 6 with the ball on the 11-yard line. Brandon Valley hoping to cash in on their first red zone visit of the evening here at 8:42 left in the second quarter.
Need a big stop here.
Handoff to Tate Johnson, who runs up the right-hand side. Looks like he's taken down at the 3-yard line.
And Matichek on the stop.
That'll be enough for a first down for the Lynx, so it'll be 1st and goal on the 3-yard line for Brandon Valley, who is trailing 7-0 to O'Gorman Knights.
You know, sir, running right as well.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
There we go on the right side again.
Oh, what a beautiful tackle there.
Matichek, Joe.
Skolton took the handoff, took the snap, handed off to Johnson, who had a great head of steam going into the line of scrimmage, but Anders Matichek? Or no, that wasn't Matichek. It was Joe Matichek. Number 37. Joe Matichek got his shoelaces and was able to make the stop. So 2nd down. 2nd and goal for the Lynx. Skolton under center. Takes a snap, 2 receivers left, hands off to Tate Johnson, who runs up the middle but is swarmed by O'Gorman Knights, but not before he breaks the end zone for a touchdown for Brandon Valley.
Nice determination, second effort.
Yep, absolutely kept those legs churning. Did Tate Johnson, and he's able to get the Lynx on the board now, 7-6, pending it should be, or it will be 7-7, I'm sure, after they kick their field goal. But they are kicking into the wind, so maybe they'll miss it. Who knows?
That was pretty much all Johnson on that drive.
Yeah, which we expected to say his name a lot.
No relation.
And kick is up, and it is good. And with that, Brandon Valley puts 7 on the board. They have matched O'Gorman 7 with 7:50 left in the second quarter. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights football on Real Presence Radio Network.
Need repairs on gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors? Sioux Equipment Company can help. They serve Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company also offers services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment. Sioux Equipment Company at 605-334-1653 is a supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Did you know you can listen to the RPR network when you're on the go? Just search for Real Presence Radio in your app store. Listen live to any station across the network at any time, so you can stay connected to your local community from wherever you are. Plus, if you miss a program, the Real Presence Radio app is your one-stop shop for local and national podcasts, including our signature show, Real Presence Live. The Real Presence Radio app, with you every step of your faith journey.
Welcome back, folks. Brandon Valley and O'Gorman knotted up 7-7. And the kickoff by Brandon Valley is fielded by
Bird.
Okay, so Jacob Bird fielded it. I didn't see where he fielded it at, maybe the 22-yard line. Brought it up all the way to the 33-yard line. So the Knights will take over, or start their drive here in the second quarter on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. 7:44 left in the first half. Tie ball game.
And Schlemkin's out there at quarterback.
Tate Johnson to his right, 2 receivers left and right. Schlemkin takes the snap, looks downfield for Stuckel and overthrows him by about 7 yards. So 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line for O'Gorman.
Nice sportsmanship there. Who was that? That 44? Yeah, Parker Reed. Put his hand out and pick up Schlemkin. Lift him up. I tell you, that's a class act right there. When you see defensive lineman Parker Reed, 44 for Brandon Valley, put his hand out to pick Schlemkin up there after he dropped him.
Man, he could probably toss him over his shoulder. That guy is 6'1", 250. A junior, too. My goodness. So yeah, 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard guy.
That's corn-fed out there.
That's right.
That's farming
takes
community.
The snap, Tosses it over to Wishart, who runs it up to the 36-yard line. He's taken out of bounds. So Tate Wishart showing his versatility, like receiving the ball there. Third and 6, ball on the 36-yard line. 7:29 left in the half. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Wishart to Schlimgen's left. Schlimgen takes the snap and passes it to Pavelko, who had just turned around.
Oh, he just turned around.
Beautiful read.
Connor Pavelko, we haven't mentioned his name too much tonight. He's our kicker.
So he catches it on the 48-yard line for a 12-yard gain. So it'll be 1st and 10, but we got a false start on O'Gorman.
What? Where's that flag? Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's all bunched up there on the 39.
Take it back. Darn.
Goodness.
Mental mistakes. It gets you every time.
Yep, can't shoot yourself in the foot. That's too bad, too. That was a heck of a reception by Pavelko. Illegal formation.
I'd like to see that again.
I know, it's too bad we don't have video replay.
To see who was lined up. Too many men in the backfield?
They said Pavelko was lined up incorrectly. So with that illegal formation, now it is 3rd down and 11 from the 31-yard line for O'Gorman. 7:24 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Wishart to Schlimgen's right. Let's see if they go for that pass again. And they do to Pavelko. They hit him, and he's down at the... No, he's still going!
Oh, he just about broke
Beautiful reception by Pavelko. Caught it about the 39-yard line. Was able to run it up to the 48-yard line. Good for him. That's good enough for an O'Gorman first down on the 47-yard line.
Way to come back to him.
Absolutely. Same exact play.
Yep.
Well, I like that route for Pavelko, too.
He's a 5'10", 175-pound junior.
Dual back set. Schlimgen from the shotgun hands it off to Pavelko, who's quickly taken down. No!
He kept it.
Oh, my goodness! Schlimgen kept it, and he's running down the left side. Pushed out at the 26-yard line for a 21-yard rushing gain.
Joe Nemec got him there out at the 24, so yeah, big game.
Wow.
Big gain by Schlimgen.
My goodness,
that was
Pavelko sold that. It looked like he had that taken. That would have been a 4-yard loss.
For fakes, they could win Academy Awards tonight.
So good for them. Now the Knights have it 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line.
Execute here, folks.
With the wind at their back, I'm expecting to see Teagan throw the ball a little bit more this time, but he receives the snap, throws it out to the left for Pavelko. Maybe got 2 yards on that reception.
Didn't use him at all that first drive. And
no, not at all.
Connor's in the second drive. So I like the diversification, how they're playing everybody. Shaking it up.
So the 1-yard gain for Pavelko now with the ball on the 23-yard line. The Knights are driving 2nd down and 9.
You got Logan Jones out there, Bird.
I'm expecting a big one here out of Logan Jones.
Woosterwald's out there, 23. He's far right.
Schlimgen from the shotgun. Wishart to his right. 2 receivers left, 2 right. And he airs it out down the middle to Logan. He's almost had it. It was tipped by the linebacker for Brandon Valley.
Nice play.
Who wishes he would have had it himself. Is kind of beating himself up in the end zone. Now we have 3rd and 9. Oh, man. What did I say? I was expecting something big out of Logan Jones.
I'm usually the psychic one.
Goodness gracious.
But that was Logan Jones. That was nice ball.
That
nice
kid's
ball.
a stud.
Yep.
All these kids are studs. So now with 3rd and 9, ball on the 23, O'Gorman needs to get it to the 14 for a first down. Schlimgen takes it, hands it off to Wishart. Down the left side is knocked out at the 14-yard line. Are they going to give him the first down?
They're going to put it at the 13 and a half.
There you go, buddy. O'Gorman first down.
Yep, here we go. First down in the 13 and a foot mark. 13 and 3 inches. How's that?
6:04 left in the second quarter. Knights and Brandon Valley knotted up 7-7. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line.
Okay, they just brought the big guy in the middle there, so they're going to see what they're...
Norton in the shotgun now with Wishart off to his right. He fakes the handoff. Oh, boy, he was running up the gut and just got side.
Brandon Valley ball. Brandon Valley ball on the 2-yard line.
Oof, did he take a hit?
Norton got hit.
He didn't see that Lynx defender one iota.
Norton turned. Watch the replay here. Watch this. Norton turns and they nailed him, and he lost it.
That Brandon Valley defender had his hat on the ball. It scored it out, went down to the 2-yard line. So now Brandon Valley gets a crucial turnover and an excellent scoring opportunity for O'Gorman. They will take over now, 1st and 10 with the ball on the 1-yard line. They spot it on the 1-yard line.
Excuse me, nice drive by the Knights.
Yeah, it's too bad it had to end like that, but I imagine Zach Norton was big in the rest of this game to make up for it. There was nothing he could do. I mean, he was absolutely blindsided by that defender. Handoff to Tate Johnson, who runs up the middle, is taken down at the 7-yard line. So a gain of 6 for 21, Tate Johnson. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Webbing on the tackle. You had him down there, the 1.5, 2-yard line, and they got to get it out. They're gonna run it out. They're gonna run on that. Looked like the defense a little bit mixed up there. There's a couple of guys running in and out. They didn't.
It's like they weren't sure. Yeah.
So
it seemed like a couple of them wanted to do a little bump and run. Meanwhile, Johnson was off to the races up the middle.
And you can't call timeout because we're already used to. We got coming up on 5 minutes to go into halftime. We got a flag.
Sculpin takes a snap, and before Johnson could get his full head of steam, they blow it dead.
Okay, so they're going to take that back. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 2. 1.5.
So false start on number 72, Zach Rogo, 6'4", 280 senior. So didn't do much to help the momentum there for his Lynx, and now it is 2nd down and 8 with the ball on the 3-yard line for Brandon Valley.
Who's over there? G50. I can't pronounce his name. KG 52. He's over there on left end. As we'll call him, KG.
Johnson with the handoff and runs it up the middle. He's at. They'll either spot it on the 8. Looks like he was on the 7.
3rd and 4.
So KG, Geba Zabier.
Call him KG. That's what my daughter said they call him KG.
Yeah. She was a big help on the way on the bus trip over to Rapid City, helping me out with some of these last names.
Pronunciation.
Yeah, when I got to KG, she's like, just go KG.
Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 3, a big stop here. Now let's go, Gorman. Ball on the 8-yard line.
Hands up, hands
Sculpin.
We got a flag. Delay a game, maybe?
Possibly. I didn't see what the play clock was at. False start.
Again.
False start on, looks like Austin Vigance, the fullback.
It's back-to-back.
Yep, 5'11", junior, 185 pounds.
I'm back to the 3.5, 4-yard line.
Had him lined up as a receiver. Didn't quite get the snap count down correctly, so a false start again on Brandon Valley. It'll be 3rd and 7 with the ball on the 4-yard line.
If we can hold them here, they'll be punting from the end zone. That would be sweet, folks.
And into the wind.
Yep. Hold them here, boys. This is what we need.
Sculpin in the shotgun formation in the end zone. Chucks it up the center. And what a beautiful catch by 21 Tate Johnson. Unbelievable catch.
Who was defending there? He got turned around. Matichek got turned around.
Was it Matichek or Kunkel? It was Matichek?
The 33.
Oh, okay.
Kunkel's 5. It was, Matichek got turned around. That was kind of a lob, too. It wasn't much force on that ball, was it?
Yeah, with that 27-yard reception for Tate Johnson. That guy's a rock star. Holy buckets. So with that, the ball is on the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Brandon Valley. 3:38 left in the second.
Maybe he'll be there if he's a rock star.
You can't pick and choose how you run.
I know.
Sculpin drops back, 3-step drop. Chucks it up to Jackson Hilton, who is taken down by Bird on the 30-yard line.
But Bird was with him step for step.
Yeah, he was.
He caught the ball and he went down immediately.
39-yard reception to Jackson Hilton.
I thought he was going to knock that one away. Brett, you want the halftime score down in Oklahoma? Oh, I'll give it to you anyway. Sooners lead the Coyotes 28-0 at half. Number 4 Sooners over the Coyotes 20-0 at half. Oh, no.
Boy.
KG in there. He come around that left end and come on the backside and got him.
Folks, I apologize. I'm not sure.
See, and they're calling him KG too. Cassini said in the PA. So I don't feel bad.
All right. I didn't see. So I thought that was Jackson Hilton, the receiver for Brandon Valley, but I can't tell now what number that was. Yeah, it was Jackson Hilton, number 11.
And the way the lights hit it is hard.
So Johnson on the first carry there got stopped a yard back. So second down and 11. Johnson gets the ball again. Gets down the right-hand side, and he is 5 touchdown.
Oh, he's sweet move on that end. He got around that corner. He cut that corner, took a 45, and straight up the sideline for the touchdown.
And with that, Brandon Valley now leads 13-7 with 2:20 left in the half. As they bring the field goal unit on to attack on the extra point.
31-yard run.
Sorensen on the attempt for the extra point.
Sorensen on for the extra point. Snap up, ball down, kick up, and it is good.
No good. Wow.
Wow, from my vantage point, I thought it was inside the right upright, but it was just outside the right upright. So with that, the Lynx now lead the Knights 13-7 with 2:20 left in the first half. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights football on Real Presence Radio Network.
Crossroads Book and Music is a local source for Catholic gifts and supplies. From rosaries and medals to books and Bibles, Crossroads is here with materials to help individuals in their walk with Christ. Crossroads also features a large line of personalized gifts that are great for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, or any special occasion. Crossroads is located at 41st and Grange next to Camille's. Crossroads, books, gifts, music.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where O'Gorman Knights are now losing 13-7 to the Brandon Valley Lynx here at Howard Wood Field at the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl.
The only thing I can say in that PAT was into the wind. I'm not sure. It looked good from our vantage point.
Honestly, I thought it was good, but I'll take the
that's
stretch word for it.
2:20 to go and a half, and then it's fireworks, folks.
That's right. They are going to do the
Bob
fireworks.
Burns Dakota Bowl.
I can't wait because with this low cloud cover, all that smoke's just going to hover around here.
And we got an extra long because they got to shut the lights off, and it takes a while to come back on these things. So
yeah, I heard something like 19 minutes.
Yeah.
For them to come back up.
Oh.
So Bird tried to receive the ball at the 19-yard line, muffed it a little bit. It ended up being downed by Bird at the 9-yard line. So Gorman will take over with the ball on the 9-yard line, 1st and 10.
That was 10 yards there.
Yeah.
10 yards on Bird. So.
Yeah, that drive, that was pretty impressive. 98-yard drive. They had, 3 penalties? But then it seemed like they had pretty much 3 big plays, and then boom, they
had 3rd and 7 on the 3.5.
Yeah.
And two offsides. Encroach, 2 offsides on Brandon Valley. They still got it. Okay, you got
O'Gorman trip right. Schlimgen takes a snap, airs it out. And it is intercepted on the 35-yard line by, I'm not even going to guess because I can't tell his number anyway. Hats off to Connor Pavelko on the tackle. That pass was intended for him. He was able to cut the guy off right away. So now Brandon Valley with 1 pass intercepted.
Joe Colbeck on that.
Oh, okay.
Joe Colbeck, 27. Yeah, it's hard to read those numbers.
Yeah, that was a
We need a spotter.
It'd be nice.
We need a spotter.
Micah, you want to be our spotter?
You have better eyes than we do.
Yeah, probably. So with that, the Lynx will take over 1st and 10 from their 36-yard line, from O'Gorman's 36-yard line.
No, I think they'll put it up here.
Yeah, they'll probably air it out. Skolton throws it off to Johnson, who is taken now at the 18-yard line. 1st down for the Lynx. Now it'll be 1st and 10 on the 18. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left in the first half. Lynx are really showing their ability now.
Webbin and Bird on the tackle. That defense is getting tired.
Yeah.
They did not need that interception because that defense, they've been on the field. They had the ball at 8 minutes, so they've been on the field six straight minutes here. 6-7 minutes on defense, and the whole length of the field, and they're getting tired.
So what was a promising first couple of drives that ended in 3 and outs for Brandon Valley. Now O'Gorman is staring down the wrong end. Pass over to Hilton Jackson, who is finally taken down at the 7-yard line.
Bird on the tackle.
So that's enough for a first down. It'll be first and goal.
I think Bird's
the ball on the 7-yard line.
Excuse me. I think Bird's leading the tackles.
Yeah, he seems to be in on every one of them.
He's all over the place.
Again, first and goal. Skolton from the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Receiver in motion. Comes over to the right. Johnson on his right. Skolton takes the snap. Looks down the field and hits a wide open Tate Johnson in the end zone.
Somebody missed their assignment there.
So
somebody
Tate
missed their
Johnson,
assignment.
Yeah. So Tate Johnson with a 7-yard reception takes it in, and now it is 19-7 with the extra point coming up. "52-second drive for Brandon Valley. 1 minute, 10 seconds left in the first half.
They're going
They're
for
going
two.
for 2, so they can even things up a little bit.
And they didn't get it. Nice defense.
All right, good stop, boys.
Hackman and who's the other guy? Come on, I can't see the number.
33, yep.
Matichek.
Anders.
And Hackman. We haven't said Hackman's name too much tonight.
Which means he's doing his job anyway. He's on the left side, and they seem to be going pretty heavy to the right. So with 1:10 left in the first half, Brandon Valley leading 19-7 over O'Gorman.
Now 2 points off, so you can come back and... Okay, minute 10, like you said. You got the window back. You really have to execute on this one.
Is that Woosterwald in the back? On the far side?
Birds on the...
Yeah, Bird's on the near side. On the far side, it looks like Woosterwald.
23. I see a 3. I can't see that number. That's not Norton.
Yeah, I don't think it's Norton.
No.
Well, in any case, Brandon Valley kicks the ball. Kind of muffed it there.
Maverick Jardine.
Able to gobble up that ball on the 34-yard line.
5'10" sophomore.
So O'Gorman will take over on their 34-yard line, first and 10, with 1:09 left in the first half. They are trailing Brandon Valley 19-7.
And it was Woosterwald. I just saw him come running off. Okay. 56 yards to go.
Handoff to Wishart, who runs up the left-hand side, brings it back to the center of the field, and he's taken down at the 40-yard line for a nice 6-yard gain for Tate Wishart.
Hurry up offense. Oh, we got a Brandon Valley player going off. And Gorman wanted that fast offense. They were going to go up and snap the ball.
So 2nd and 4 on the 40-yard line. Schlingen shotgun, looks down to the right. Well, that's good enough for a first down. That was to Zach Norton.
Clock stops where they set the chains. And the Knights want to hurry. They want to go.
Play clock down. Oh, goodness. That was Stucco. Pass intended for Stucco, overthrew him a little bit. Stucco was unable to get it back, but thankfully no Lynx got it either. So now it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 35 seconds in the first half. Ball on the 46-yard line. So with that incomplete pass, at least O'Gorman gets to breathe a little bit. Slimkin in the shotgun with Wishart to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Does a quick pass up the middle.
Tip Ryman.
Atta boy.
You know, he starts on in, but, you know.
So Tip Ryman with a 7-yard gain. 6-yard gain, excuse me. 3rd and 4. Ball on the 48-yard line now. Oh, Slimkin with the snap. Pass intended for
Jones.
Yep, Logan Jones down the right-hand side.
It could have been picked off.
Could have been.
9 seconds, Al.
9 seconds left here in the first half. 4th down and 4. Ball on the 48. Maybe get 2 plays off, but highly doubtful. Brandon Valley takes their first time out of the half.
And Brandon Valley will get the ball. No, we get the ball. We get
the ball to open up.
We get the ball.
Folks, the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl game broadcast on Real Presence Radio is being brought to you in part by the following premier sponsor, Barnett Lewis Funeral Home. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home's goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral arrangements. They can be contacted by calling 605-336-0707. Again, 605-336-0707.
David Lewis or Skip Lewis.
Oh, okay. I suppose you know them well.
Correct. And
let's see if O'Gorman can pop off.
And we thank Barnett Lewis for being a premier sponsor here at the Bob Burns Dakota
Absolutely.
Bowl. Okay, 9 seconds. Ball's on the O'Gorman 48.
4th and 4, although that's insignificant at this point. 9 seconds. Looking for a big play here. 3 receivers left. Wishart to his left. Teagan takes the snap. Jones to the right. Slimkin looks down the field and tosses it.
Ryman.
And it's caught by Tip Ryman. As he's taken down quickly on the 31-yard line with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they're bringing their field goal unit on.
Oh, here we go. I love this. Have you ever seen him kick this? I don't want to
it's awesome.
I'm not going to say where it's at.
Connor Pavelko is awesome. Hey, he's kind of got the wind to his back. It is blowing towards us now here in the booth.
Okay, 39 kicking. How many yard field goal is that, Brett?
Let's see. The 49. I believe Brandon Valley took another timeout there, unless O'Gorman did. I can't tell.
No, we did.
Okay, O'Gorman took their third timeout.
Yeah, Brandon Valley still has 2, but they won't.
Yeah, I like this Pavelko kid. He's got a boot, man. Big fan of him.
And we talked about him last week. He's going to camps all over the country, a lot of D1 camps and stuff.
Yeah.
He's good. I believe he went to grade school at St. Lambert's.
Really?
Yes, he did.
I like Christ King better.
I got to get that in. But, we got to mention St. Catherine, Drexel, Holy Spirit,
Our Lady Guadalupe.
Well, yeah, we got to mention the other schools.
Absolutely.
But
school or not, parishes are great.
Yep.
Here we go. So here we go. 3 seconds left.
With the wind.
Come on, with the wind behind him. Come on, kid. This will be a 49-yard attempt for a field goal to pull the Knights within 9. Snap down, kick up, and it is.
Yeah, baby!
Oh! Yeah, Connor, that boy!
Oh, look at Tip Ryman. He's pumped.
Boy!
That ends the half. 19-10. Brandon Valley leads. Connor Pavelko with a 49-yard field goal to end the half. What a way to go out on the momentum.
Absolutely.
They needed that. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Coming up after the break, we will have the Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent Jeff Gillen, Knights halftime show. Again, Knights losing this one so far after the first half, 19-10 to Brandon Valley.
Do you have have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagen Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
Coached and choreographed by Meredith.
Crossroads Book and Music is a local source for Catholic gifts and supplies. From rosaries and medals to books and Bibles, Crossroads is here with materials to help individuals in their walk with Christ. Crossroads also features a large line of personalized gifts that are great for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, or any special occasion. Crossroads is located at 41st and Grange next to Camille's. Crossroads, books, gifts, music.
Need repairs on gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors? Sioux Equipment Company can help. They serve Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company also offers services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment. Sioux Equipment Company at 605-334-1653 is a supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kofc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call Jeff Gillen at 605-759-7204. That's 605-759-7204.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Halftime Show, brought to you by your Knights of Columbus field agent for Sioux Falls and the Southeast South Dakota area, Jeff Gillen.
Welcome back to Howard Wood Field, the 41st Bob Burns Dakota Bowl. We're at halftime. This would be an extended halftime because we've got the fireworks, and on the field right now is the Marching Knights of O'Gorman Band, and they're going to entertain everybody here before the fireworks. Right now at halftime, Brandon Valley leads 19-10, and O'Gorman would do a little scoring summary here. O'Gorman took off with the first possession, came down, and Tate Wishart had a 3-yard run, took up 7-0, 7-3 to go in the first. Brandon Valley came back, and Johnson with a 3-yard run, 7-7. And then Brandon Valley, Johnson again on a 31-yard run. That's when we had Brandon Valley at 3rd and 7 on the 3-yard line. So it was a 98-yard drive. Brandon Valley up 13-7. O'Gorman comes back, intercepts it. Brandon Valley gets the ball. They take it down again. Brandon Valley up 19-7. And then with 3 seconds to go in the half, Connor Pavaco, a 49-yard field goal to make it 19-10, and that's where we sit at halftime.
That's right, and for Brandon Valley, they're being led right now by Tate Johnson, who has 16 rushes for 2 touchdowns. He's got 86 yards on the evening. His long play was 31 yards. Skolton passing is 6 for 8 with 109 yards and a touchdown. His long bomb was 39 yards. Jackson Hilton has had 57 yards, 3 receptions. His long was that 39-yard bomb from Skolton. On the O'Gorman offensive side of the ball, it's kind of been spread around. Zach Norton's made an appearance. He's got 7 rushes for 70 yards. Tate Wishart, 6 rushes for 19 yards. Tegan Slimgan has tucked it and rolled out for 43. Passing-wise, Tegan has kind of gotten the lion's share here. He's 10 for 18 with 1 interception for 65 yards. Zach Norton came in, only had 1 pass on that opening drive where he went 1 for 1 for 14 yards. But yeah, everything looks good. What I would like to see, though, is that better time of possession as well as our turnovers. Right now, the turnovers, they hurt us.
Well, we were driving the ball, and what Zach had the ball there, and he got turned around, and he got blindsided, and I would have dropped the ball because I didn't see that one coming. He didn't see that coming, and that's the only turnover right there. So, really, you look at it, 18 for rushing yards, 87 18 attempts, good 87 yards, 17 or 140. They're out running us there, or we are. Excuse me. We got 140 yards rushing. But in turn, you look at passing, 109 and 79. It's not. It's been a couple of them plays.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and they couldn't. Brandon Valley couldn't get out of their own way there on that last drive where they scored. But then, unfortunately, they had a couple of 3 big plays, and it just did not go well.
What was that? A 40, 50-yard pickup when we had 3rd and 7. What was that?
Yeah, where Johnson went down the left, and then Hilton went down the left, and then Johnson went down the left to finish it off.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next is our Inside O'Gorman segment, where Brett Byler sat down with Dakota Bowl chair Vince Jones to get the inside scoop on what his job duties are and how he became involved with the Dakota Bowl committee. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights Football on Real Presence Radio Network.
Family Chiropractic and Wellness is a third-generation chiropractic practice focusing on inspiring patients to take control of their personal health and the health of their families. Dr. Eric Ferendorf is a 99 O'Gorman alum and is a proud third generation of O'Gorman Cathedral High School graduate, following in the footsteps of his grandfather and uncle. Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, formerly known as Village Chiropractic Clinic, is located on the northwest corner of 49th Street and Southeastern Avenue. You can reach them at 605-334-8000.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. I'm Andy DeMore, financial advisor with the Barnes DeMore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office. Thad Barnes and myself know that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. We can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs.
Andy and Thad can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC.
The Real Presence Radio Fall Live Drive is coming September 18th, 19th, and 20th. Tune in from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. for an amazing lineup of hosts and guests that will inspire, motivate, and move you to evangelize the Catholic faith. Our goal is to raise $600,000, and we know we can do it with your faithful support. Mark your calendar and call in to Real Presence Radio, 877-795-0122.
Welcome back to Inside O'Gorman. I'm now joined by Vince Jones, chair of the Dakota Bowl this year, and this marks the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl, Vince. And what is your earliest memory of this Dakota Bowl?
I remember going to school at O'Gorman and going to the Dakota Bowls when I was in junior high, so it's always been a big memory of mine, and it's always a big event for the year, and the kids love it, and I remember that.
And you're Dakota Bowl chair this year. First off, how long have you been on the Dakota Bowl committee?
Oh man, I knew you were going to ask me that, and people ask me that all the time. It's all just kind of a joke. I never remember exactly how long. Probably around 13, 14 years. Usually when we're in a committee meeting at the beginning of the year, I always point at Nikki Ellerbrook and I say, well, I joined about the same time Nikki did. So probably between 13 and 15 years.
How did you become involved with the Dakota Bowl committee?
The Sioux Falls Catholic Schools, there's a really strong sense of community. About the time that I moved back to Sioux Falls and started started my career as an attorney, I was just looking for some way to give back, and this was just an easy, natural fit, and it's been fun.
What does it mean for you to be the chair of this year's Dakota Bowl?
I guess I appreciate that the people that have been on the committee are willing to trust me to do it, I guess. In actuality, the committee works really hard. It's a fun committee to be on because you work really hard for a short period of time. Many hands make for light work. They've got a pretty well-oiled machine at the central office there that really helps us do a lot of the stuff, a lot of the heavy lifting. So I guess it means a lot to have been asked to do it. As far as the workload itself, the credit goes to the staff.
You mentioned kind of how everyone's helpful with this, and a lot of different people been a part of it for a while. What are your actual duties? I mean, what is your kind of, as a title Dakota Bowl chair, what does that make you need to do for that position?
You know, I think that every chair would answer that in a different way because everybody kind of has their own vision as to how they'd like to see the event evolve and improve. There's kind of a collective memory. People remember over time what has gone well and what has not gone well, and what you do in certain contingencies like weather or something like that. Personally, my vision, or what I wanted to do to add to the evolution, was to kind of change the way the committee operated. You know, this committee's been in existence for a long, long time. When you think about it, the committee's been around really longer than most people had cell phones. And a lot of our schedules and meetings and stuff were kind of designed around the old way of operating. It just seems like now people just seem so busy. They've always got, you know, multiple kids and multiple activities all the time. And so we really tried to minimize the number of meetings that we had and make the meetings that we did have meaningful and productive. Not that they weren't productive before, but we really tried to emphasize packing as much into as few meetings as possible. You know, having Suzanne Gale as the driving force in the central office, helping doing that, really made that possible because she really carried a lot of the weight.
We've been covering O'Gorman now 6 years, 6 Dakota Bowls. This will be the 6th one on Saturday night. When I think of Dakota Bowl committee, I think of Blitz Day, which is one of the fun days for you guys. Can you let people know how Blitz Day went this year and kind of what that all entitles?
So Blitz Day is the day that, it's kind of the deadline day where you're supposed to have all your contacts and accounts contacted and your tickets sold and your packages sold and all your ads sold. It's a giant competition amongst the teams on the committee to see who can raise the most money. This year we had it at a restaurant and people kind of trickled in, and there's always kind of a mad race at the end to see, you know, people are kind of straggling in from finishing up their accounts, and the captains are working with staff to kind of total everything up. And then we have a celebration and we announce kind of who's ahead at the time, and that's how it works.
Awesome. And finally, Vince, if someone's listening here to this interview, if they want to become a part of the Dakota Bowl committee, what is something they can do to maybe look into it more or reach out to someone to help them be a part of it maybe next year?
You know, I should have brought this up earlier. Another one of my goals as the chair was to try to expand the committee as much as possible. In the past, it seems like we've had a really strong presence at the high school level, and now we're trying to drive a presence down into the middle schools and the elementary levels in the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic school system. I would say just ask somebody. If you don't know anybody, ask a teacher. Everybody knows somebody that's on the committee, and we'll get you into it. So at the game, we're going to have really bright colored shirts on so that you'll be able to easily identify us. And if you are at the game and you see one of those shirts and you're interested, just approach them. Everybody's really nice, and they're going to be more than happy to get you on.
Well, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, we would like to thank Vince Jones for his time. Dan, any thoughts on what Vince said, or maybe you could talk about your time on the Dakota Committee as we look over these beautiful fireworks going off overhead?
I've been on 5-6 years, and it's a very rewarding experience. You meet a lot of different people throughout the Catholic community of Gorman, and really kind of fun to see 2-3 new people every year kind of and get it. But I tell you what, you look at some of the past chairs and stuff, pretty prominent people in Sioux Falls they've done great work as they progress and to build this up every year. It gets bigger and better every year. I mean, who thought 41 years ago when Bob Burns, God bless him, thought we would be like this today?
I know.
You know, it's unbelievable. And that's where, and it all comes back to the committee, and it's a lot of hard work, you know, a lot of phone calls, a lot of knocking on doors and talking to people, and sell tickets and sell promotions and everything and promote it. And you know, they had the camps this morning for the kids, the cheerleading camp and the football camp for the kids. That's all done by volunteers. Everybody's a volunteer on the committee. So it's, you know, hats off to I think there's like 30-some members on right now, and so it's hats off to everybody in the committee, and it's kind of fun. This year I wasn't very active at all. I have to admit, this year kind of had a couple things. I didn't make a couple of the meetings and stuff. So sure, but it's fun. It's very rewarding. They help put on the dinner out here and the tailgate and stuff. So it's very rewarding. You get to meet a lot of different people and, you know, call them friends now.
Yeah, it's great looking out over here, folks. I know our stream is a little bit behind, but, you know, all the lights are out in the stadium. They're doing these beautiful fireworks. kids and fans, both sides, both teams really supporting this, having a good time. They're breaking out some Lee Greenwood now, so that's always a positive. Inside O'Gorman has been brought to you by the Bishop of O'Gorman Catholic Schools. Our 6 elementary schools, junior high and high school, exemplify gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Each and every school is dedicated to our mission of forming a community of faith and learning by promoting a Catholic way of life through gospel values and academic excellence. After the break, we will get a look at the scores of the other football games last night in AAA and AA, plus look ahead to the second half. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights football on Real Presence Radio.
When you look to the future, is the road there inevitable? It's not. That's why O'Gorman education matters. It's where you'll grow in your faith, be challenged, celebrate, and become part of a community. These are the moments that will shape your life. This is where your path will unfold. What are you waiting for? You belong in blue.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kofc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call Jeff Gillen at 605-759-7204. That's 605-759-7204.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor, at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
Searching for more great content? Visit our website at yourcatholicradiostation.com. Find Catholic news you can trust, information about events coming up in your local area, and the latest on what's happening at the RPR network. And don't forget that you can listen to any of our stations around the clock from anywhere in the world. Need prayers for someone or something in your life? You can submit those through our online form for the entire family to pray for. Real Presence Radio, online at yourcatholicradiostation.com.
Pre-planning a funeral is a wonderful gift for families. I'm David Lewis of Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, a family-owned and operated service to the community. Our goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral services. I will listen to all needs and offer choices for funeral arrangements and make sure all questions are answered. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home can be contacted at 336-0707 or by going to barnettlewis.com.
Whether you need to be fitted with
Hi there, Ryan here from Mini Critters. Mini Critters has been a locally owned stop for all pets' needs to keep them happy and healthy. With all the pet food choices available, finding the right dog or cat food can be a challenge. But no worries. We can be reached at 605-361-0006 and let our staff help find the perfect food for any dog or cat. Mini Critters has food, treats, toys, and more. Mini Critters, your friends, your family.
Bailey, a public accounting firm, provides tax, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 40 locations in 15 states, Bailey is the workplace for 2,400 professionals. The firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Bailey online at idebailey.com. Bailey is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities and the Real Presence Radio Network.
Do you want your business's message to be heard by a dedicated audience during one of our biggest on-air fundraisers of the year? Tune into the RPR Network for our Fall Live Drive, which runs Wednesday, September 18th through Friday, September 20th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. It's a family reunion as we bring you great stories of how the Lord has touched the people you know through Catholic radio. To become a sponsor of the Fall Live Drive, contact me, Brett Byler, by calling 605-670-8333.
Welcome back to Howard Wood Field. We're at halftime. We just got done to fireworks. The Brandon Valley Lynx lead 19, O'Gorman 10. And here's a scoreboard update, some scores from last night. Sioux Falls Roosevelt 35, Sioux Falls Lincoln 17. It was Rapid City Stevens 40, Watertown Arrows 12. Number 1 Pier in AA 46, West Central 6. Number 5 Huron 33, Millbank 20. It was Harrisburg 28, Sioux Falls Washington 15. Number 2 Yankton in AA 34 got beat by Dakota Valley 46-34. And Brookings beat Lynx, and Aberdeen Central over Rapid City Central 20-18. And Sioux Falls Christian beat Mitchell 26-23. Updates on the South Dakota State leads. Looks like it's raining up there in Brookings. 35-3 at the end of the third. And down in Norman, Oklahoma, the Sooners, number 4 Sooners, taking on USD Coyotes, Brett, 49-0. And we got 8:03 to go in the third down there. And yesterday at the Twilight Yankton Augie Twilight meet at Yankton Trails, Aaliyah Hardy won that high school race. The time was 17:50. She set a school record time for that meet, and hats off to her for getting first place. And there was 47 high school teams there yesterday, and she got first place.
Good.
So hats off to Aaliyah Hardy. And I know the the girl, and I mentioned the other earlier,
volleyball. Yeah,
the volleyball last Thursday night at the O'Gorman. They beat Lincoln 3-0, and Emma Ronzik had 13 kills. So,
and you said that was a school record? Or you thought it was?
I'm trying to remember if that came across school record or not, but she had 13 kills against Lincoln, so good for her.
Well, thank you, Dan. That scoreboard update has been brought to you by Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get value from their businesses. Jameson can be reached at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
Tonight's halftime show for the Gorman Knights has been brought to you by Jeff Gillen, your Knights of Columbus field agent for Sioux Falls and Southeast South Dakota area. For term life, whole life, long-term care insurance, and retirement planning, Jeff can be contacted at 605-759-7204. 759-7204, Knights of Columbus Insurance. It used to be a Grand Knight.
I was, yeah. I was blessed enough to be a Grand Knight here at Christ the King, actually. So, and now that has been turned over to Jack LeBrun. So, Jack, if you're listening, you're doing an excellent job. It's exciting to have you as a Grand Knight now. So, and you are the district deputy still, correct?
On District 2 on the east side.
Yep. There you go.
You got Mr. Munson, Donnie there.
Donnie, he's a good guy. He's a funny cat.
Don't tell him that. No, he's good.
Don't want to blow up his head.
No.
Hey, want to got to give a couple shout outs here. Diane and Mark Schultz are listening down in Montgomery.
Oh, hey, I know them.
That's right. So
she grew up with St. Lambert's, Brett.
Diane. There you go, St. Lambert's again. So Diane, want to say hi, Mr. Schultz.
Wow, he was retired colonel.
Yes.
Oh, that boy could fly, couldn't he?
No, he flew the big.
Was
a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. Yeah, I went to school with their younger daughter. We went to high school together. Phenomenally talented singer, Julie is her name. Julie.
And that's kind of odd that you know them, I know them, and here we are. Is like, how ironic is that? And so, and they usually come back every summer to visit and come to Mass at St. Lambert's and stuff. And so, yeah, great people. Great couple. She's a hoot.
So looking back now, as the lights start to come up here at Howard Wood Field, they're watching that awesome game day footage. They usually put together a 4 to 7 minute video of just some highlights of Gorman and all that stuff. So the fans are enjoying that as the lights come up. So looking back, Dan, to some keys to victory, what do we need to do from a Gorman perspective to get back in this game and win this thing?
Stop Schulten and Johnson. I mean, that's a great duo right there. Them two, they got it down. He gets out there in the flat and pops up, and Schulten pops the ball to him, and he's off to the races. You got a defensive line, and they're doing a great job. They got to get some pressure on Schulten. They got to have to make him, throw his balance off to throw the ball, because he's just getting too much time, and that's, a quarterback of that caliber, you can't do that to.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing Norton come back out, see that offense like they had on that opening drive. I'd like to see Norton come back out under center and see what he can do, because he really he did a great job. You could tell everything was comfortable out there. That's no knock on Schlimgen. He looked great too. That defense of Brandon Valley, they're tough no matter who you got at quarterback. But Gorman, hopefully that momentum they carried into the locker room there translates out here as they'll be receiving the ball to start the second half. I'd love to see O'Gorman score on that opening drive second half and kind of reset the pace of this game. This is an O'Gorman team that can turn it around quick as well.
But here, Coach Bobmika has the boys very well conditioned for this, and so, like you said, we get the ball, the momentum right there at half. They're pretty pumped, and we're about what 50% lit up here in the field, so it takes a little bit for these lights to come back. But it's going to be interesting what he does. And I also thought the same thing you just said about bringing Norton in, and Schleming's done a great job. I agree with you 100% there, but he just seemed to spark that first drive a little bit. But maybe he'll save that to the fourth.
Yeah, and Wishard's done a good job too. He's been catching some shovels and really turning some good yards out. So hats off to Tate Wishard on turning those legs and really getting some yards. I really am looking to see that, or hoping that the offensive line for O'Gorman can answer the defensive line, who's much bigger for Brandon Valley.
But they've been putting the pressure on Slimgan. They've really been putting the pressure on.
Yep.
Inexperienced, not inexperienced. Junior quarterback, got hurt last year. Didn't play that much, everything, but nice young man, very knowledgeable, very athletic and stuff. But you get flustered a little bit when you get pressured. Until you're very seasoned quarterback. Well, even look at the pro guys; they get flustered. And they're coming at you. So, it's Brandon Valley they stunt very well in defense, and they put it on them. So,
and no word yet on if number 51, the 220-pound 5'9" senior Ronnie Bargman will be back for the Knights. But, before the first half closer, we did see number 22, the starting linebacker, Alexander Kowalczyk, with his pads off and had his left ankle wrapped up there. So we know we won't see him. That defense is really going to get a test. And as you said, they're conditioned. But as much time as they spent on the field, that was a lot. And they didn't seem tired. They just seemed a little confused. And maybe the defensive changes there had a lot to do with that.
But you see, he's a linebacker. And also you do see him on offense. So he plays both. When they need him on offense, he's out there. He caught a couple balls last week and stuff. So it's like everything. Brett, USD scored. So they didn't get the goose egg down there.
So Boomer Sooners aren't gonna hang a goose egg on USD. Good for them.
49-7 now with 5:46 to go in the third.
Oh, there's still a whole nother quarter.
Did they pull the starters?
Go Yotes. Go Yotes.
South Dakota State, get off topic here, but Long Island won Division II in the championship game for Division II last year. This is their first year Division I. So,
really?
Yeah, it's Long Island State. So that's a pretty good team. But State's holding 35-3. So
good for them. I thought State had an awesome game last week against Minnesota too. That was a heartbreaker to watch.
Thursday night,
I was hoping they would win.
Oh, and even the better game was that same night with Dakota State, Dakota Wesleyan.
Oh yeah.
Midco had that on. And got a good plug in for them, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And watching that was double overtime, and Dakota State won. That, of course, I'm a Trojan. I was, Keeter was a Trojan, so it's like that's where Kim Nelson from Roosevelt was a Trojan. So it's a lot of good athletes, not me, have come out of Dakota State as well.
Say, since you brought up Midco, last night I was staying up late watching the Aberdeen Central game.
I watched that.
And I really want to thank the broadcasters from Midco Sportsnet for giving a shout-out to one of our friends and coworkers at Midco and Midco Sportsnet. That was Doug Garrett, who unfortunately passed away last weekend. Doug, not a day has gone by now where I haven't walked down the hall and wanted to say hello to you. So, Doug, wherever you're at, I hope you're listening. I hope you're having a good time. We certainly miss you around the halls of the shop, that's for sure.
And I actually met him a few times, so I know exactly who he is. So
Doug was a good man.
Yes.
Brandon Valley now runs out of the locker room, and they come onto the field.
They're going to put 3 minutes on the clock. So let the team, we got 3 minutes of warm-up, and the Gorman Knights are coming out of the locker room and get a huddle right there, and so they'll be on the field shortly. So we'll be playing some football here in about 3.5 minutes.
So as we watch O'Gorman storm the field here to begin the second half, want to thank you listeners for sticking on, and it looks like we got our video feed back up and in sync with what's going on right now. But you're listening to O'Gorman Knights football here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier Way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Real Presence Radio is now on Google Assistant devices, including Google Home, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To start this action, say something like, "Okay Google, talk to Real Presence Radio." It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, "Play Sioux Falls," or "Play AM 970," or "Play WWEN." From there you can use words like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere, now on Google Assistant devices.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, Howard Wood Field at the 41st Annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl, where Brandon Valley Lynx lead 19-10 over O'Gorman Knights. We've got about a minute 40 left before they clear off the field from all the athletes warming up their legs over that longer than usual halftime show. It was pretty, though. They had some nice fireworks and everything going on. That was nice.
That's nice thing about it. That's all donated and everything.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's all part of the heritage of Dakota Bowl and stuff. So like I said, if Bob Burns, I'm sure he's watching today, realize what he started, what legacy he got going here. And we had Monsignor Barnett on last year, a year ago. We interviewed him and how he talked about, he was in high school then, how this all got going and stuff and everything. So it was like about a 7-8 minute interview, or maybe 10-minute interview I had with Monsignor Barnett.
You know, Coach Garrow in the pregame interview with Brett Byler, he had mentioned, you know, for some of his kids, they're going to be amped with this game, and I'm sure O'Gorman is too. You know, it's not every day you have a crowd this size. Now, granted, the weather has kind of dampened down the crowd size, but I would guess we're at 4,000, if not more.
Well, not that I got a lot of friends out in Brandon, so I thought there'd be more here. Sure. Looking over Brandon Valley, I thought there'd be more here. But, given the weather condition, 60-some degrees right now, the wind blowing and stuff, I don't see too many people without a jacket on, or at least a sweater. No. And I see some kids that don't know, the temperature running around.
You know, it's funny. When I was in high school, cold didn't bother me at all. Now it's like, as soon as that cold sets in, I'm miserable.
Wait to get my age.
I don't know how old you think I am.
Well, you're a lot younger than me.
Might be a decade or two under you, though.
You guys are pups.
Yeah, that's right. We can take it.
I'm closer to 60.
Our on-site producer, Brett Byler, thank you so much for everything you're doing. And folks, he is aware of the video feed, so how we see it is live. How you are seeing it on YouTube may not be live. However, it is a great call, and we're having a great time. Viewers can listen and watch by going to YouTube, searching Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. You can go to our Twitter page at RPR Sioux Falls. And you can listen on our website, yourcatholicradiostation.com. Under the Now Playing on the homepage, you click 94.5 and 91.3 FM online audio player, or you can download the free mobile app on your iOS or Android device, and then simply click South Dakota, click Sioux Falls, and then on the radio station. So that's how you can listen online or listen live. If you're enjoying tonight's game, remember that Real Presence Radio is 100% donor supported. It's through your generosity of this ministry that we can bring you the O'Gorman athletic events, but also our regular, everyday, local, and national programming.
Okay, excuse me, they deferred, so Brandon Valley's getting the ball.
Oh, that's what happened. Oh, goodness.
Okay, I didn't get that. I didn't see the White hat do the deferment and everything, so... Okay.
Well, yeah, O'Gorman, because they scored on the opening drive. What were we doing, huh?
Yeah, but the Brandon Valley's going to have the wind to the back in the fourth. That's how they plan that. Nice kick. Oh, he muffs it.
Beautiful kick by Pavelko, fielded by Brandon Valley. It looks like Tate Johnson. Now, he muffed it on the 2-yard line, but brought it up to the 23 or 24-yard line. It looks like they'll go 24.
I was watching number 3, Michael Shea. He had a beat on him. And all of a sudden, he kind of got
lit up?
He got lit up. He didn't see that one coming.
So Brandon Valley will open the second half. Let's see if O'Gorman can keep that momentum going from that last-second field goal to finish off the first half here. They're down 19-10. Ball will be spotted on the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Brandon Valley Lynx. Skolton under center, hands off to Johnson, who's upended, lands on his neck. He's okay. He bounced up, folks. But that will bring it down to the 26-yard line, so a nice couple-yard gain for Johnson.
Brandon Valley goes right about 90% of the time, don't they?
Yeah, that must be their strong side.
You got Jonah Webben, you got Tip Ryman, Matt Peters, Makuska's on the left.
Skolton from shotgun takes a snap, surveys down the field, sends it out to Hilton Jackson, who didn't have a defender around him for a couple of yards. Bird catches up to him, tackles him. It's a big gain. The ball will be spotted on the 46-yard line.
Bird was way out. Bird let him have a lot of yardage there, and he had to come in. So
with that, it'll be 1st and 10 on the 46 with 11 minutes now here in the third quarter. Skolton under center. I formation, rolls to the right, passes it over. It is caught by Hilton, and he is taken down at the 54-yard line.
Connor Pavaco on the tackle. Now they like to pass. That's what we said. They got to stop them guys. They got to put some pressure on. They got to put pressure on Scholten. They have to.
Skolton under center here. 2nd down and 2. Ball on the 46-yard line. 10-10 left on the clock. With the handoff to Johnson, who runs it up the gut, and it takes 2 Knights to bring him down. That was Connor Pavelko.
And
Norton. No, Kunkel. I think it was 5, wasn't it? Well, either way, it took 2 Knights to get him down. The ball is now on the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Brandon Valley.
Now Gorman called timeout. That's change a little defense. Talk a little bit over. 10 minutes to go in the third. Just
trying to slow it down for him a little bit.
Take a look what they're doing and see what's going on. 19-10 Lynx up here in the third quarter. 10 minutes ago. So if you're Coach Shannon Papiga, that's Jason's brother. You know, he played some football. You know, that's one thing about the two brothers. They know their football.
Yeah.
And they both.
Didn't Shannon play for the Storm for a bit too?
Correct.
Okay.
And actually, I think he even coached with them.
Really?
A little bit on the side. He's a social studies teacher at O'Gorman, and Jason is a biology teacher. My daughter loved him freshman biology. She's just great biology teacher as well. And they know their football. They know what to do. But they have to get some pressure. They're not getting the pressure that they need.
Ball on the 39, 1st and 10. Skolton from the shotgun. Pistol formation here with receiver Hilton on the left.
There we go for the loss.
Tate Johnson.
Excuse me.
No, it looks like he squeezed a couple yards.
He got a couple yards, but they put him down. But he ended up crawling about another 5, thinking they were going to give him that. But I like it how Brandon Valley taking 3-4 guys in, like there now, 4 guys, 4 guys in. They're keeping them fresh.
Yeah. Caden Hackman on the lone receiver to the left.
Cole Silverson goes far right for Brandon Valley.
Oh, sure, there he is. I got it missed there. Tate Johnson gets the handoff, and he barrels up the middle. Looks like it'll be a 1st down.
That was a nice hole.
28-yard line.
That was a nice hole.
Be another Brandon Valley Lynx 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the 28, 9:06 left in the third quarter. Brandon Valley leads O'Gorman 19-10. Again, this is the opening drive of the second half if you're just joining us. Quarterback Skolton for the Lynx under center. And hands off to Johnson. Johnson runs up the middle, almost untouched. Stuckel with a huge tackle to bring him down at the 9-yard line.
That was a 19-yard pickup.
Oofda.
So they got the ball on the 9.5-yard line. First and goal in the red zone.
8:30 left in the third quarter. Pistol formation, one receiver each side. Skolton from the shotgun. Surveying the defense. Gets the snap, hands off to Johnson, and he is
KG.
Absolutely mauled by KG.
KG on the end came on the left side and just got him for a loss.
Oh, he timed that perfectly. Came through untouched. Was able to wrap up Johnson and fling him around until they finally blew the whistle. They're going to spot the ball at the 11, so they lost 4 yards. Now 2nd and 11. Excuse me, a 2nd and goal, I suppose. Yeah, it'll
Correct.
be 2nd and goal from the 11.
Yeah.
Excuse me. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Tate Johnson to Skolton's left. He takes a snap. Skolton surveys down the field. Rolls left. Passes up the middle. Too short.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Now we got 3rd and goal.
But he was there.
He was there.
He was in trouble at first. He was scrambling there, and all of a sudden, I can't see the number. I apologize again, folks. These numbers on the Brandon Valley jerseys are very, very hard to read. If you're watching YouTube page, I hope you can see where we are. Maybe Brett could zoom in a little bit once and twice and show them the numbers. Maybe they can see it on the screen. But
we would have a better chance if you just texted us the numbers. I think that was Cole Siliuson up the middle. Now, 2 receivers right, 1 left. No running back.
We need to stop here. We got timeout, Brandon Valley.
We got a timeout for Brandon Valley. So Skolton seemed a little confused. It's ended up calling timeout.
3rd and long.
Mm-hmm.
And, you wanted to see what defense that Knights were going to put out there.
Yeah.
What formation Shannon Poppingham was going to put out there. What were they going to put out? So 7:30 to go. 3rd and goal for the Brandon Valley. Knights need a big stop here, Al.
Yeah.
Mike is still awake?
Mike is still with us.
Okay.
How you doing back there? Good.
Hey, we got a final in the Summit League game. Jackrabbits 38. The Sharks of Long Island 3.
Oofda.
So.
Well, all OG Knights football games, home and away, will be on Real Presence Radio Network, 94.5 FM Sioux Falls and 91.3 FM Hartford. Or you can listen online at yourcatholicradiostation.com, and on YouTube you can watch and listen at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls, where you can watch and listen to us. That'd be great. Good luck. Go Knights.
Here we go.
3rd and 11. This will be a big stop for O'Gorman.
This is critical play here, folks.
Johnson to the right, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Johnson rolls out to the right for 4 receivers. Skolton looks left, has a man to beat, and he does, and it is... Are they calling it? Did they call it a touchdown? They did.
Yeah,
that was Jackson Hilton, number 11, in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. He brings it in for an 11-yard reception, 25-10, Brandon Valley.
Even up and over Hackman. I mean, Hackman, God bless him, he tried...
Yeah, he stayed with him.
He just couldn't get it, jump up enough to get the ball, and that's right over the top of him.
Yeah, that Jackson Hilton. It says he's 6'2", but he looked like he was 7 feet. So Jory Sorensen gets the extra point up and good. Now it is 26-10, Brandon Valley over your O'Gorman Knights. You are listening to O'Gorman Knights football on Real Presence Radio Network.
We do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier Way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Real Presence Radio is now on Google Assistant devices, including Google Home, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To start this action, say something like, "Okay Google, talk to Real Presence Radio." It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, "Play Sioux Falls," or "Play AM 970," or "Play WWEN." From there you can use words like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere, now on Google Assistant devices.
Jacob Bird fields the kickoff, and he runs it down the left-hand side. He picked it up at about the 10-yard line and brings it up to the 20-yard line. So the Knights will take over on their 20-yard line, 1st and 10. After Brandon Valley had a quite impressive first drive here in the second half, where it ended in an 11-yard reception to Hilton Jackson.
Okay, who's back at quarterback? Who do you see out there leading the huddle?
So we got Norton now leading the huddle. He's in the shotgun formation. He has Tate Wishart to his right. Hand off to Wishart, and he brings it down the left-hand side. Taken down at the 31-yard line. Might be enough for a first down.
Are they going to give it to him? I think yep, they gave it to him.
They gave it to him. So first down, Knights. Tate Wishart.
There we go. We needed
an 11-yard carry. That a boy. Or 10-yard carry. The ball was spotted on the 21-yard line, so now it's on the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for O'Gorman with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Knights trailing 26-10 to Brandon Valley. Zach Norton gets the snap, and he tucks it and runs it up to the 38-yard line for a gain of 7.
Okay, you see Wishart on the out there, and he was coming to the out there. He looked back and like, okay, as a coy, to throw, he was going to throw the ball. Like he put his hands out there, like Zach was going to throw the ball, and try to get the defense to bite on that. Watch that, and if he does that again, it's a great move by Wishart.
It does a great job of pulling the defender's attention away. Oh, that's for sure. Oh. Tip Ryman looks like, or Ryman, excuse me. Looks like Tip's going to be penalized. Yep.
First year at O'Gorman for Tip. Tip came in from St. Thomas More last year at Christmas time. His family moved here from Rapid City.
Oh, okay.
Senior.
So now 2nd and 10, ball on the 31-yard line. Norton from the shotgun gets a snap, shovels it off to Wishart, who runs over to the right and continues going at the 50, 45, taken down at the 42-yard line. Tate Wishart.
Oh, he got out there.
Boy.
Nice. Way to break that corner and get out there. Oh, we got a holding. We're taking it back.
Oh, man.
Darn.
Oh, there it is on the 30-yard line there. Goodness gracious. Oh, that was exciting, man.
When the guards are pulling like that, you know something's going to happen. Oh, just when you get them, somebody throws a wrench into it. Comes to a halt.
So Jacob Schwab, who is in as a tight end, gets the flag for holding. So that will bring the Knights back to the 21-yard line.
KB second
and 21 from the 20-yard line are the Knights. Norton with a faked handoff to Wishart, cuts it up the middle, and is taken down at the 27-yard line on the right hash mark.
3rd and long, Al.
3rd and 14 now, ball on the 27. Ball is spotted on the right-hand side. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left in this third quarter here.
Doesn't look like the wind's gone down at all, has it? From the beautiful American flag over there on the east side, just waving at us.
Whipping away.
Yep.
Come on, boys. Here we go. Norton in the shotgun. Wishart to his left. And the handoff to Wishart, who barrels through and is taken down at the 30-yard line for a gain of 3. That'll bring it to 4th and 11. 4th and 10. They spotted at the 31-yard line.
I didn't think that's a very good spot.
No, I don't think so either. I felt like you got at least the 31-32. They spotted at the 30. So we'll go 4th and 10. Obviously, they're bringing on Zach Norton for the punt.
Norton looks over. He wants to.
Zach Norton back to punt.
Make sure there's 11 guys. Yep.
I'm not positive, but judging by the body language, can't tell by the numbers, it looks like running back Tate Johnson is back to receive. Ball bounces on the 27. It is recovered on the 20-yard line as Johnson turns it up, brings it past the 35 to 40, 50.
One guy to
down
beat.
the 40. He's got one guy to beat. That's Zach Norton. He's not going to catch him. That's going to be a touchdown on the punt. So a punt return for a touchdown by Brandon Valley. And I don't see any yellow on the field, so that should bring it up to 32 to 10, Brandon Valley.
That's what I was looking at for the.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Goodness gracious.
How many yards was that? 65? 70?
70. Yep. So the 70-yard punt return for a touchdown. I believe that was 21, Tate Johnson.
I couldn't see.
But now Jory Sorensen on to kick the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. Score is now Brandon Valley 33, O'Gorman Knights 10, with 4:31 left in the second half. You are listening to O'Gorman Knights football here on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
Welcome back. The Knights are down 33 to 10 to the Brandon Valley Lynx. Here 4:31 on that 70-yard punt return for a touchdown by Tate Johnson, number 21 for Brandon Valley. Sorensen kicks it from the 40. Kind of a squib kick. And fielded by Jacob Bird. He catches it at the 20, brings it up. Ran more lateral than he did up and down, and he's taken down at the 26-yard line.
Nice open field tackle.
Yeah, it was. Excuse me, they spotted just shy of the 27-yard line, so we'll be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Knights down to the Lynx, 33 to 10.
Scoreboard update in Oklahoma. Oklahoma Sooners, the start of the fourth, 63. The Coyotes of USD, Brett, 14. Also in Minneapolis, the Twins 5, Bomb the 7th, Cleveland Indians 2. So, hope you're not turning that down while we're watching the Twins.
Wishart. He is
there we go.
Rolling out to the left. He barrels through one defender, gets taken down by another at the 43-yard line. They might spot him at the 44. Great run by Tate Wishart.
Same play other side as last time.
Yep.
But he breaks out there and breaks that corner and goes just like Johnson did, you know. But Johnson did a 45. Tate just kind of curves around at the 22 and kind of, you know.
Tate's so strong he doesn't need to go 45. He can rail around.
That kid can play baseball too.
Schlimgen now in, and he gets the snap and he hands it off to Wishart for what looks to be about a 5-yard gain.
Now they give him a 3-yard gain.
2-yard. Second
look at that.
Ball on the 46. I'm not saying the spots are off, but it just seems a little odd. That's all I'm going to say. So ball on the 46. Oofda. All right, well, 33 to 10. The Knights are driving here.
Hey, that's my line. I used to say that a lot. You got an Aunt Lena and Uncle Ole like I do?
There's a Lena and an Ole, but they weren't married.
Okay.
I mean, they were married to others.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Sven too?
There was no Sven in my family, no. So Schlimgen with an incomplete pass. Looks like it was intended for Jones. So that will bring it to 3rd and 8 now with the ball on the 46-yard line. 3:22 left with that incomplete pass. The clock stops.
And Schlimgen's back at quarterback.
Yep. Schlimgen opened up this drive as the quarterback after Zach Norton took over the reins on the opening drive. Little dump pass before he gets tackled. And Tate Wisher goes barreling down the left side and is taken down at the 34-yard line. You know, another great display of sportsmanship there. Schlimgen had gotten smoked right at the end of that pass. And who was that? That was the
Dibdahl
in there. Yep, Ribdahl. Yep, Dibdahl. Braden Dibdahl. Called his name twice for that. It was a good sportsmanship.
Well, you got 74 for Brent. I don't have a 74 on my roster.
Yeah, I don't either.
I got 275, so.
Well, take your pick.
Well, let's see. Oh, no, it's got to be the first 75. 280. That'd be him.
Oh, okay. So Logan Harkema.
Yep.
All right. Well, either way, great sportsmanship shown.
There we go.
As Schlimgen gets the snap and throws it over to Stuckel, crosses the field and is finally knocked out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Nice.
23-yard reception for Sam Stuckel from Schlimgen, and now it is 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. Knights showing some great plays here.
Webben and Pavaco comes out. Kind of like they want to hurry it up here. They have the wind to the back. They want to keep that
they want
going.
to take advantage of this wind at their back here. There is 2:49 left in the third quarter. Schlimgen from the shotgun hands off to Wishard, who almost dropped the ball, but he is able to recover and is finally drugged down at the left side of the field there on the 3-yard line.
Did he look like he didn't want to give it to him?
No.
You know,
like he got stuck on his hand a little bit or something.
He stuck it in the gut, and then he didn't pull out. I'm like, what's he doing here? I hate that.
Well, thankfully they sunk up, and Wisher was able to get it down to the 2-yard line, so it's 3-yard line. It's 2nd and 2 now, as the Knights look to capitalize on this drive and get a touchdown quick.
Webbins in the backfield.
Hand off to Wishard. Oh, and Schlimgen kept it, and he is taken down at the 8-yard line.
That 40, who got that? Parker Reed, 44, I can see. I can see the last numbers.
Yeah. Parker Reed. He's a good size. He looks muscular. 6'2", 235 junior.
Now I got him at 6'1", 250.
Well, I pulled my starting line off the SDHSAA website. But look at the starting lineup. I don't know.
Somebody's not right here.
One thing that's for sure, he's number 44, and he had the tackle. 3rd and 7 from the 8-yard line now. Schlimgen from the shotgun gets a pass. Throws over to the right for Jacob Bird. Touchdown!
Yes! Yes! There we go. We haven't scored since
the opening drive of the game. Well, we had that field goal. We had that field goal at the end.
Field goal time ran out, so. Okay, here comes Connor in for the extra point.
Beautiful 8-yard strike to Jacob Bird in the back of the end zone there, and the Knights now have 16 points on the board.
And we got a new holder, and we'll talk about him.
Snap, hold down. Oh, and it's muffed. Oh.
And
that was John Kunkel there. The snap kind of went behind him. I don't know if the wind caused that or what. Kunkel did his best chance to try to throw it into the end zone, but the pass was broken up. Now we have 2 missed field goals, one for each team.
2 extra
point attempts, yes. And now Brandon Valley leads 33-16 with 1:53 left in the third quarter.
Usually the holder is 26, Emmanuel Struck.
Yeah.
And so I talking with his dad today, and he said he had a concussion in the JV game the other day. So that's why Kunkel is holding on this.
Oh, okay.
So we've kind of had her banged up here a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
So 33-16.
1:53 left in the third quarter. O'Gorman after an 8-yard touchdown pass to Jacob Bird. The Knights are now going to kick off.
That's a kick now for the Knights, number 14, Connor Pavaco. Happy to receive 36, Mark Mutzman.
With the wind at his back, Pavelko puts a beautiful kick up, and it is going to go down in the end zone for a touchback.
And Brandon Valley will get the ball, the 1:53 into the wind. They'll get the ball at the 20 and minute 53 to go here in the third quarter. Well, that third quarter, the Lynx really kind of jumped out there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. 2
touchdowns there. It kind of. We need a turnover here. INT and Oski to run her back.
Skolton under center, hands off to Johnson. Johnson rolls out to the right and is pushed out of bounds by 24 Jacob Bird at the 32-yard line. So good enough for a first down for Brandon Valley. They'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 32.
Well, that kid's fast.
Yes, he is. He seems powerful, too, with the way some of the defenders are bouncing off of him. Both teams seem to be favoring the near side of the field here.
Yeah, I don't...
Skolton under center, I formation. Hand off to Johnson, who squirts up the middle for 6 yards. Ball will be at the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Good holes by Brandon Valley there. They're making some holes there on the defense.
Yeah, that offensive line of Brandon Valley, they're certainly not tiny, and they're able to hold their own and create those holes for Johnson, and he's always getting a run and start on those too, and the kid's powerful. 1:18 left here in the third quarter. 2nd and 4, ball on the 38. Brandon Valley leads 33-16. Skolton, quarterback for Brandon Valley, in the shotgun, hands off to Johnson, who is taken down at about the 40-yard line.
Well, they give him a little bit there.
Yeah, it was a...
Usually they're spotting back, but they give him there. It's both teams they've been doing that, but that one there, they give him that, looks like an extra yard.
Holy buckets.
Yeah.
He was contacted on the 38, fell down on the 40, and they put the ball in the 41. But you're right, it is going both ways.
It is going both ways. I don't mean it that way, folks.
Yep, no,
it's going both ways. So.
It is. So 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Looks like Brandon Valley will get one more play off. They got 8 seconds on the play clock. They hurry to the line. Skolton under center.
4, 3.
Surveys the defense. Gets a snap, hands it off to Johnson. He runs up to the right-hand side.
Boy, he's powerful. See him when he hit our defender. He just kind of stood him up and took him another half a yard there. He's powerful.
Yeah, it took Norton and Pavelko just to get him down. So that'll be a first down. But the clock and play clock run.
When you talk about defense, I ran into Evan Witchery earlier. He came up and said, "Hey, Dan, how you doing?" I said, "Wish you're out here." He says, "Yeah."
Oh, I bet.
He was a great defensive player last year.
Yeah.
For the Knights. One of several that you graduate, and that's what happens every year.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter with the Knights trailing the Brandon Valley Lynx 33-16. You are listening to O'Gorman Knights football on Real Presence Radio Network.
At McGuire Iron, we believe in building a better tomorrow by providing unmatched services to deliver life-sustaining water. We're a family-run company that has been in business for over 100 years. We pride ourselves on using faith principles in our business practices every day. This deep faith in the church is why we support the Sioux Falls Catholic school system. From all of us at McGuire Iron and the Jones family, we wish all the O'Gorman students and student-athletes good luck this year.
Is there an event that you would like announced right here on the RPR network? Please email the details at least 2 weeks in advance to Brandon@yourcatholicradiostation.com. That's Brandon@yourcatholicradiostation.com. We can help spread the word about what's happening at your parish and in your diocese. Again, that email address is Brandon@yourcatholicradiostation.com. Thank you for listening to and supporting your family of faith and hope.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl between Brandon Valley and O'Gorman Knights. Brandon Valley up 33-16. To start the fourth quarter here, Skolton gets a snap, rolls to his right, and tosses a 10-yard bead over to...
And Hackman,
I think that's Ty McCann, number 6.
And Hackman was with them step for step. And they gave it to him.
So with that, now the ball will be spotted on the 42-yard line. 1st and 10, Brandon Valley. The offensive line of Brandon Valley is really doing a great job of giving Skolton enough time to kind of survey I formation now here. Skolton in the shotgun. He takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson, who runs up the middle and pushes the line forward, and it looks like they're going to give him 4 yards. Johnson's having quite a night. How is he doing rushing there? What does that say? 151 yards, 26 carries.
26 carries.
Oof.
5.8.
He's been involved on the...
look at Tate. He's 5.4 average.
That earlier, the punt return touchdown for O'Gorman, or excuse me, for Brandon Valley was Joe Colbeck, 81 yards for that touchdown. Skolton gets a bad snap. Johnson, with his head on a swivel, picks it up and barrels through Jacob Bird, who is able to get him down, but not before Johnson is able to get the first down.
Well, that's a first for Brandon Valley all night on that bad snap.
Yeah, on that bad snap there.
That's a first.
Well, he was tackled at the 28-yard line, but they spotted on the 26. So now it is 3rd down and 2. 34. So 3rd down and 2 on the 34. It looked like he was tackled at the 32-yard line.
Gorman crowd getting into this to stop him here.
Yep, the team trying to pump him up here. Let's go, defense. Step up big here, 3rd and 2. Skolton with the handoff to Johnson. Johnson barrels forward.
Oh!
Well, I don't know. With the way they spot the ball, they may have.
I don't think he got it. The way the line judge came in on the far side, he didn't get it.
That is 4th and inches.
If that changed right, he's short. Yeah.
Yep. 4th down and about 1.5 feet. The ball was spotted on the 32.5 yard line.
Excuse me, Brandon Valley, you're going to go for it.
Oh,
you have nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, you have to. You have nothing to lose. It'd be nice if they did not make it and turn the ball over.
Yeah, that would be preferred. No, I hear whistles. So Skolton with a handoff to Johnson, probably.
That was a quick snap,
He rushed
though.
over to the 30-yard line and was taken down, which would be enough for a first down, but I heard some whistles here. Let's see if they... Did you hear that or no?
But did you see Brandon Valley came up?
Yeah, they went...
It was a quick snap. They practiced. They must practice that.
Well, 1st and 10, he did get enough for the first down. Ball is on the 29-yard line. Scoreboard says 30, but it's clearly on the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Skolton under center. Fakes the handoff to Johnson. Looks downfield. Tosses it to a wide-open tight end, Dibdahl. Braden Dibdahl. It's the first time we've called his name. Or maybe he has made some other receptions. We just didn't notice it until now. But Dibdahl gets the reception.
Matacek on the tackle.
Another first down for Brandon Valley. That was good for 10.
But it was in traffic, though. I mean, it was wide open, but it was... Brandon Valley still has it a little bit. They got beat last week by Roosevelt, but they didn't look like... They still look like state champs tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, another bad snap.
So 1st and 10 from the 12, a bad snap, which is corralled by Skolton, who's able to hand it off to Johnson, who bounces out to the right, back up to the 12-yard line. So they will not gain any yardage. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 12.
And the center last year graduated. I can't think of his name. Oh, I know who he is, too, from Brandon Valley. And so I think Katie's a new center for him this year. But that's 2 out of the last 4 snaps have been kind of soft on him.
Skolton under center now, I formation, hands it off to Johnson, who runs up the middle. He's taken down by 4 Knights at the 8-yard line. So for a rush of 4, that brings it to 3rd and 6 from the 8-yard line.
One thing about
7:50. Oh, go ahead.
They're sure taking Peters out. Every single play. 66, Matt Peters. He's no tackle right there. They're blocking him right out. Everything. All night long. Their assignments. That offensive line from Brandon Valley has just been phenomenal tonight blocking.
Yeah, Peters certainly is a threat, but they've done a good job of neutralizing him. 3rd and 5 from the 7. Skolton rolls out to his right and passes it to Hilton Jackson, and it'll be another Lynx touchdown. And with that reception, that 7-yard reception to Jackson Hilton, it is now 39-16, Brandon Valley.
Look at that. He threw like he was hopping up to throw the ball there off, He wasn't set. Nice. Wow.
Jory Sorensen on to kick the extra point. Snap back, hold down, kick up, and it is good. Well, Brandon Valley now leads O'Gorman here at the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl, 40-16. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights football here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kofc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call Jeff Gillen at 605-759-7204. That's 605-759-7204.
When you look to the future, is the road there inevitable? It's not. That's why O'Gorman education matters. It's where you'll grow in your faith, be challenged, celebrate, and become part of a community. These are the moments that will shape your life. This is where your path will unfold. What are you waiting for? You belong in blue.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Howard Wood Field, where Brandon Valley just went down the field and tacked on another touchdown, this time a 7-yard reception to Jackson Hilton to make it 40-16 on the kickoff. It went automatic touchback, so the Knights will start here, 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Schlimgen in the shotgun, takes his snap, looks down the field, hits Jacob Bird, catches it at the 25 and runs it to the sidelines. Is tackled at the 33-yard line.
First down.
Good enough for a Knights first down. Going to be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line for O'Gorman.
We've called Bird's name a lot tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, it seems like he hasn't had a minute off yet.
6 foot, 170-pound senior Jacob Bird, and he's been all over this field tonight.
That's too bad Alec Kowalczyk isn't in there. He's stretching up and down the sidelines, pumping his boys up.
Yeah, look at that. He's got ice on that left ankle and the crutches there, walking up and down.
Slimkin with the snap. Drops back a few steps, looks over, sees Wisher, tosses it to him for a loss of 1. So it should be 2nd down and 11 with the ball on the 32-yard line.
And look at Ronnie's on crutches, 51. Barkman, I didn't see him in crutches till now. He's been camouflaged in there, but
yeah, and he's got
that's a knee
brace on the left knee there.
Yeah, left ankle, left knee on 2 key people.
Now they're taking a look at Bird over there on the sideline by the 30-yard marker. Schlimgen in the shotgun, gets a snap, hands off to Wishart, who cuts up the middle, is tripped up and falls forward to the 38-yard line for a 6-yard gain. Bring us to 3rd and 5 for O'Gorman. At 6:30 left in the fourth quarter. Knights down 40-16 to Brandon Valley.
Like they taped up his right ankle a little bit, or
yeah, doing some tacking there just to give him some extra support.
Ryman goes far right. Look at that. Far left, excuse me.
So 3rd and 7 here. Ball on the 37-yard line. Schlimgen gets there he is, gets the snap and hits a wide open Norton, who falls down at the 45-yard line for a 1st down for O'Gorman.
Yeah, it's Stucco and Ryman on the far left there. Ryman's a bigger target. That's what I think. I like to go out there and the matchup. Look at the DB he's on there. So Ryman's got him, kind of by about 6-8 inches.
Logan Jones right, Ryman to the left. Schlimgen takes a pass, tucks it, sees an opening.
Short.
And runs it up the gut for 9 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 1 with the ball on the 53-yard line, 2nd down and 2. Yeah.
Look at that. He just took it back a half a yard again. Whatever.
Okay.
I can't.
Oh, brother.
Can't say a word. They do it in both teams.
Yep, 23 seconds left on the play clock. 5:15 left in the fourth quarter here.
Oh.
Second down and 2. Oh, and we'll be going the wrong way there.
Jacob Doden jumped. That's a first offsides on the offense tonight, isn't it, I believe?
I think it's a second. I'm not sure.
How many penalties tonight so far?
Yeah, it's the second of the night. We have 4 penalties for 30 yards, and then would that be a 5 yard? So we have 5 penalties for 35 yards now, charging. Second and 7, ball on the 48-yard line. O'Gorman down 40-16. Schlimgen from the shotgun gets the snap. It was a low snap, but he's able to recover it. He rolls out to his left, throws it from the 38-yard line, and Stucco makes an outstanding catch. Good for him. Catches it at the 48-yard line. Immediately tackled by that swarming Brandon Valley defense.
Looked like maybe he really had to get down for that.
Yeah, he did. Well, there was pressure on Schlimgen. He had to kind of drop back to his left. He threw that off his left foot there. Stucco with an excellent job of corralling that ball in. Now it is 3rd and 3 from the 48.
But look at the pressure he had on him, though.
Yeah. Yep. Handoff to Wishart is faked, and Schlimgen takes it up to the 36-yard line, so enough for a first down for O'Gorman.
You know, I really like how
nice 12-yard game.
They do that fake good.
Yeah.
Schlimgen really sells that well.
Yeah, he does.
Well, that's Wishart too. Tate really sells that well. I like that combination.
You know, we haven't said Wishart's name a lot tonight, but respect and hats off to the Brandon Valley defense. They've done a great job of trying to key in on him, and Wishart has still done pretty well. Gets the handoff here from Schlimgen and brings it up the gut for 6-7 yards.
You know, he hadn't had the long ones like Johnson, so they're both averaging 5.4, 5.6 a game this game. So really, you know, like I said, Johnson had a 31 there earlier, and so.
Yeah, that's right.
Other than that, they've both been, 5, 6, 4,
Mm-hmm. Now, he hasn't had nearly the amount of attempts as
you imagine them two together on a team?
Oh, my goodness.
I'd be rooting for them boys.
Schlimgen shotgun, 2nd and 3, trips right, passes it up and caught by Tip Ryman, who's taken down at the 16-yard line.
But the pressure, who's the defense over there? I can't read it. Come on, turn so I can see your number. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, I can't tell.
I can't read. He's down the far end there. But pressure on Schlimgen there. He got him, but to get the ball away like that was
absolutely
good play.
So here we are, 1st and 10 now, ball on the 16. The Knights in the red zone. Thankfully, Schlimgen from the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Wishart to his left, he fakes the handoff to Wishart.
They didn't buy that.
And while Schlimgen had squirted the ball out when he got tackled, they are going to rule him down.
And they give it to Brandon Valley, did they?
I thought they ruled him down.
Well, the other ref was pointing Brandon Valley for a second.
Just a moment, folks, while the refs confer on the field.
And I think the Brandon Valley players are saying yes. Oh, we got a face mask?
Yep. Face mask on Brandon Valley.
Is that what he said? Or did he?
Well, he pointed towards Brandon Valley.
Oh, they're going to leave her with O'Gorman.
Brandon Valley players are still.
The forward progress was stopped. And they threw him back, so that's when the ball came out. But he was,
But if that defender had his face mask, then that would explain why they're trying to figure out what's going on.
He went up to his hand like a face mask. I don't know if there was, Al. Oh, there.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So when he wrapped up, that's when it was.
Okay.
But I didn't see a flag.
I didn't either. I did not.
I still didn't see a flag anywhere.
No.
1st and 5 for the Lynx.
So here we go now. 1st and 5 is on the 11-yard line. Come on, Knights. Schlimgen from the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Fakes the handoff to Wishart.
Oh.
And again tries to fake the handoff as Wishard runs to his right, but he is taken down almost immediately.
He grabbed his jersey and sprung him around.
Yep.
Coming
so
up
the ball
on...
is spotted on the 15-yard line, so we're pretty much back where we started now at a 2nd and 9. Ball on the 15.
Coming up on 2:05 left in the ball game here. The Knights could put up something on the scoreboard here with this drive.
Schlimgen in the shotgun, gets the snap, throws it out to Wishard, who runs up the left-hand side.
He's short.
Down at the 9-yard line. So it should bring up a 3rd and 3 here. Yep, 3rd and 3, ball on the 9-yard line, 1:35 left in the ball game. Brandon Valley Lynx up 40-16. Two receivers each side. Wishard to the left. Schlimgen gets the snap. And it is intercepted on the goal line by Jackson Hilton, number 11, who dekes a couple of defenders, and he is finally run out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So with that, Brandon Valley will have the ball on the 39-yard line. Just taking a look over here at Kate Wishard.
He's hard getting up and stumbling off.
I don't know if he just kind of tweaked himself there or what happened, but Wishard, off on his power, is now laying down on the sideline, writhing in pain.
Oh, he's got to be out of breath, too. He ran back. He's got a Charlie horse. Yep, he's got a Charlie horse.
So a certified athletic trainer out there taking care of him. Who's that? Tiffany Geis?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot her name.
I think it is.
Geis, yeah. And they take the victory formation for Brandon Valley.
Yep, now 2nd and 11. Ball on the 40. We got 45 seconds left in the game.
He could have ran that back when he stepped out here.
Yeah.
But that was good. He knew what he's doing.
Yeah, no, he kept it professional.
Yep.
And that should be the ball game as quarterback Skolton takes the second knee. There is 19 seconds left in the game, 25 seconds left on the play clock.
And the teams are coming together already.
And that's the game, folks. The Knights lose a heartbreaker tonight to Brandon Valley Lynx, 40-16. Coming up next, we will have the Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic Knights Locker Room Show. You're listening to the Real Presence Radio Network, 94.5 FM Sioux Falls and 91.3 FM Hartford. Also online at yourcatholicradiostation.com.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kofc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call Jeff Gillen at 605-759-7204. That's 605-759-7204.
Do you want your business's message to be heard by a dedicated audience during one of our biggest on-air fundraisers of the year? Tune into the RPR Network for our Fall Live Drive, which runs Wednesday, September 18th through Friday, September 20th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central. With a family reunion as we bring you great stories of how the Lord has touched the people you know through Catholic radio. To become a sponsor of the Fall Live Drive, contact me, Brett Byler, by calling 605-670-8333.
Hi, John Fritsch, Fritsch Benefits. The people we work with have two goals. Number one, they don't want to run out of money. Number two, whatever is left, they want it to go to the people they love. Could be issues like Social Security claiming, Medicare choices, even asset allocations for your 401k, or you may want to treat your church like one of your children. If you want to talk about any financial issues, you can call me, John Fritsch, 334-8086.
Investment advice offered through IMS Wealth Management, an SEC registered advisor.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagen Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Locker Room Show, brought to you by Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic. Now, back to the field.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the conclusion of the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl, where Brandon Valley Lynx defeat your O'Gorman Knights 40-16. Now, what was a well-rounded attack in game by Brandon Valley?
Oh, well, 100% well-rounded. The X's and O's went off for Brandon Valley tonight. A solid football team. You can tell they got our number, and defending state champs, our 2 losses last year to them, and we come out second game this year and lose to them. So, I mean, they're pretty good. Even though they got beat last week, I'm not sure what happened to them, but tonight they were unbeatable. They're unstoppable. Yeah, they did not look like a team that what was it, 23-18? The game they dropped to Sioux Falls Roosevelt last week. Excuse me. They certainly look like on both sides of the ball like the better team. Unfortunately, O'Gorman did seem to have a couple injuries there. One of the biggest ones, I would say, is number 22, Alexander Kowalczyk, who was out, second quarter? First quarter. Yeah, that was a tough loss defensively. And then starting guard, Ronnie Bargman, he's out. And so that was, both of them were first, second quarter. I think Ronnie was more in the second quarter. But, you got two starters right there. And kind of like we talked, I'm not going to say it, but, Andrew Kowalczyk, probably one of the better defensive players on the team. Yep. And when you lose a key person like that does hurt. That really hurts. Yeah, it's certainly not easy. It's too bad O'Gorman couldn't get the win or put up a couple more points tonight. And the win made it tricky for both teams. I think I do think both teams did a good job of not letting that get in their head and really going out and executing a lot of running plays. Tate Johnson, boy, oh boy, that guy is something else for Brandon Valley. That is one heck of a ball player. Let's see, I got his stats here. I just got to collect it. He had 3 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown. Rushing, he had 32 touches for 174 yards. Well, 169 yards. Averages. Nah, it doesn't have the averages here. Either way. Well, before in the third quarter. Yeah, before it did, but not the end of the game here. 5.8 yards. Yep. So Jackson Hilton had a big game offensively for Brandon Valley. 7 receptions, 102 yards, had 2 touchdowns. He had an interception for 60 yards. This guy was incredible. Jory Sorensen, he only punted the ball twice. Brandon Valley only punted the ball twice. But he had a pretty good game. He averaged a 40-yard kick each punt. So, yeah, not a whole lot you can say bad about this Brandon Valley team. They did well. They executed and certainly took it to O'Gorman. So, okay. I'm just looking at the stats here, Al. Yeah. Weather-wise, it was a beautiful night. I think ending temperature now is about 59 degrees. Wind is still coming out, but low cloud cover, so it's at least staying a little bit warm here. Well, rushing net, we had 210. They were 167. That's what it says, huh? Tate Wishart had 71. So, yeah, we all rushed them tonight. I didn't figure that one, folks. Didn't feel like it. Yeah, 210 to 167. But, the key was a couple of the turnovers and everything. So it's really like Ken were talking about a break there. The one thing was the fumble in the second quarter. That was a major factor there. And, Norton was running there and going in the end zone, and he got kind of, I wouldn't say blindsided, but yeah, that was a good tackle.
You know, the game started off just how we would hope. Tate Wishart finished off an 11-play, 80-yard drive there and make it 7-0 as he got a touchdown. But then Brandon Valley came back and scored on three drives there, 11 yards, 11-play, 50-yard drive to make it 7-7. Then they went 6. At that point, O'Gorman punted, went 3 and out a couple times. Brandon Valley put up their second touchdown on a 6-play, 99-yard drive. That was a big one. That's the one where they had the penalties as well. They were all pinned all the way back down to the 1-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thomas Skolton passed to Tate Johnson for a touchdown to make it 19-7 on a 3-play, 36-yard drive. And then in the second quarter, to finish off the first half, Connor Pavelko nailed a 49-yard field goal. So good for him. And that capped off a 7-play, 34-yard drive. To bring the Knights to within 9, they went into the half at 19-10. And coming out of the locker rooms to start the second half, Brandon Valley put together a 7-minute, 25-second drive, 10 plays, 76 yards. And that ended on a Thomas Skolton pass to Jackson Hilton for 11 yards. And then O'Gorman tried to answer back and ended up punting the ball, which was returned by, Joe Kolbeck. He had an 81-yard punt return for a touchdown. That made it 33-10. O'Gorman answered back. Tegan Slimgan, he passed the ball to Jacob Bird for 8 yards. That was a nice touchdown. Brought it to 33-16. Capped off an 8-play, 73-yard drive. And that was pretty much it. Thomas Skolton passed to Jackson Hilton for a 7-yard touchdown. So Hilton certainly had a good night for himself, as did Tate Johnson. Tate Wishart did well, I thought. I thought he really did a good job. And a lot of those fakes between Schlimgen and Wishart certainly drew the attention of the Brandon Valley defense. But, our defense was just on the field too long.
Oh, look at that third quarter.
Yep.
What was the time of possession for the total of game?
I'm trying to find that here.
It's a different format to what we're used to.
It was. Yeah, bear with us, folks. It was a different format here. The stat sheet that they provide here. Hats off to the Howard Woodfield staff for getting this together. But each quarter they hand you stats on a paper, but then they give it to you in a different format altogether. So it's kind of confusing to read. Yeah, no idea. I could do some math here in the next break and find out, but well, in any case. So with that, the Knights lose. That's too bad. I'm not sure if we will get Coach Popping up here. He's still down visiting with some staff and some players, but don't go anywhere, because after the break we'll find out what the O'Gorman Knights offensive and defensive players of the games were. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights Locker Room Show on Real Presence Radio Network.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagan Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
Searching for more great Catholic content? Visit our website at yourcatholicradiostation.com. Find Catholic news you can trust, information about events coming up in your local area, and the latest on what's happening at the RPR network. And don't forget that you can listen to any of our stations around the clock from anywhere in the world. Need prayers for someone or something in your life? You can submit those through our online form for the entire family to pray for. Real Presence Radio, online at yourcatholicradiostation.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the O'Gorman Knights post-game show here on Real Presence Radio Network. Here at Howard Wood Field, where O'Gorman was down tonight by Brandon Valley Lynx, 40-16 in the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl.
Yeah, we just found something out that I was wondering that I'm just going through the program to see if the school records are in there, and I didn't see that. But that field goal by Connor Pavaco there in the first half, 49-yard, sets a record, all-school record for Connor. Took out Mr. Mike Knight from 1986, and he had a 48-yard field goal.
Wow.
So.
Well, good. Well, at least we
look how much room he had, though.
Well, he had the wind.
He had the wind, but still.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for a junior to be kicking 49 yards, even with the wind. But he had some, I like to see him kick that into the wind, and he'd still make it. That's how good a kicker he is, and a good athlete. And look at that. He played both sides of the field tonight. Whoa.
Offensively, I guess I would split it between Tate Wisher and Zach Norton. Tate had 71 rushing yards, 29 receiving yards for total overall all-purpose yards of 100 yards. And Zach Norton was just right behind him with 99 yards. He had 82 rushing yards and 17 receiving yards.
Who led in tackles and defense?
Let's take a look here. Oh, here we go. Defensively, it looks like Connor Pavelko.
So that's I was.
Yep.
He had 4 assists, 6 solos. So that's where Jacob Bird was right there with 7. So that's what I was looking at. So
yeah, Pavelko, he was all over on both sides of the field tonight. He looked great, and then goes ahead and sets that new record for longest field goal by a Knights kicker. Congratulations to Connor. Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls has something for everyone. They offer a buffet featuring pizza and chicken. Pizza Ranch has daily specials as well as 5 party rooms and a dining area. You can also order online, and they will bring the experience to you. Pizza Ranch located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street, and they can be contacted by calling 271-8646. That's 605-271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
So offensively gave it to Norton and Wishard.
Correct.
And Pavaco on defense.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's you got my vote.
Well, folks, we are going to take our final break, and when we come back, we will have a final scoreboard update and closing comments from Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls. You're listening to the O'Gorman Knights Locker Room Show on Real Presence Radio Network.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. Andrew DeMore and Thaddeus Barnes, financial advisors with the Barnes DeMore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office, know that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. Andrew and Thad can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs. Andrew and Thad can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley, Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Sioux Equipment Company can fix, sell, and repair gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors. They offer sales and services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment in Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company is located at 1310 East 39th Street in Sioux Falls, just off of East Benson Road. They can be reached by calling 605-334-1653. Again, that number is 605-334-1653.
Did you know you can listen to the RPR network when you're on the go? Just search for Real Presence Radio in your app store. Listen live to any station across the network at any time, so you can stay connected to your local community from wherever you are. Plus, if you miss a program, the Real Presence Radio app is your one-stop shop for local and national podcasts, including our signature show, Real Presence Live. The Real Presence Radio app, with you every step of your faith journey.
Welcome back here at Howard Wood Field from the site of the 41st annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl, as the rain is starting to come in, which is good timing, I guess, for all the fans and the players. Tonight, Brandon Valley upended the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights 40-16. Looking across the scoreboards here, again, a little recap of last night's games. Mr. Dan?
Well, I guess we know who's going to be the number one team. Well, it is Sioux Falls Roosevelt.
Yep.
You know, they beat Lincoln last night 35-17. We said this a couple of times tonight. So you look at, we were the only football game in the state that I know of tonight around here.
Correct.
There might be some Bs or whatever up north or out west, but around in the metro area here, in the tri-state area down here, we're the only game when hopefully everybody was watching tonight and listening and stuff. But the Gorman Knights came up on the short end, like we said, 40-16. Other scores, South Dakota State fans, as you're getting your cars, you're tailgating on your way home, and South Dakota State took on Long Island tonight, the first home game up at Dyke House in Brookings. South Dakota State 38, Long Island 3. And down in Oklahoma, USD Coyotes took on number 4 ranked in the country, Oklahoma Sooners. They won 70-14. So, I mean, hey, I tell you what, hats off to USD Coyotes. That's class act to go down there and take on the Sooners and stuff. And also, I got to give a shout out to my Twins. Everybody going home, yes, the Twins won over Cleveland, went up a game 5-3 tonight. So
well, I'm happy for the
Twins.
Twins.
Because that's, when they go head-to-head like that. I mean, I'm a Twins fan. I've been,
Oh, I am not.
I grew up with Tony and Rod and Harmon and all them boys and stuff. So that's so Twins take a game on Cleveland. So that's not too much left of the season here. So.
Well, thank you, Dan, for that scoreboard update. It's been brought to you by Jamison Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get value from their businesses. Jamison can be reached at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business Dakota Lakes. Just a reminder, folks, next week right here at Howard Wood Field is the President's Bowl, September 14th. It'll be between Sioux Falls Roosevelt and your O'Gorman Knights. The games will start at 3:30. Our game day show, or pregame show here, will start at 3 o'clock. So don't forget to come check it out. I'm sure it'll be a beautiful game, and it'd be nice having a nice little afternoon game here.
And I will not be here. It's my trip to the Holy Land.
That's right, yep.
My trip to the Holy Land, so.
And by Holy Land, he means Notre Dame.
Notre Dame,
yep.
Listeners know that. They know that when I say Holy Land, they know that. So
I have not been.
I take a priest down here from the diocese, and he graduated from Notre Dame, and
that's cool.
I'm blessed to be able to take him back and see his alma mater and taking a game. Even though they're playing New Mexico, we'll take it and run.
Hey, there you go.
So.
Well, the Knights Locker Room Show is brought to you by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic in Sioux Falls. Don't say ouch. You can call Dr. Mark at 361-OUCH.
41st Annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl broadcast on Real Presence Radio is being brought to you in part by the following premier sponsor: Barnett Lewis Funeral Home. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral arrangements. They can be contacted by calling 605-336-0707. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, Dave and Skip Lewis. We thank them for being premier sponsor of the 41st Annual Bob Burns Dakota Bowl. Looks like the rain's picking up here.
Yeah, well, we better want to hurry up and close it up and get to our cars. I want to thank everybody for helping out, put the show on. Statistician here locally for handing us the stats. All of our sponsors, and Brett Byler, once again, great job on site as our on-site producer. Dan, thank you so much, sir.
We got to give a shout out to the band. I think they did a fabulous halftime show.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't talk about them, and I apologize to the parents and stuff, but the band looked fabulous tonight. There's the first time for their show, and as they get out and as they hit the circuit, they start doing their Saturday performances throughout the Midwest and everything. So they tweak a little bit, they practice, and it's the first time in front of the big crowd here at Howard Wood. So hats off to the Gorman Band, and Ben Koch is the director, and he always does a fabulous job.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, folks. We look forward to having you tune in next week, and God bless you and good night.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights Football has been brought to you in part by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Hagan Chiropractic Clinic, Mini Critters, Barnett Vision Clinic, Crossroads, the Barnes DeMoore Group Financial Advisors at Morgan Stanley, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, Fritch Benefits Registered Investment Advisor Representative, McGuire Iron, Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agent Jeff Gillen, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, First Premier Bank Card, Sioux Equipment Company, I. Bailey, Farrendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, Mark Bromus with Providence Financial, and Jameson Rounds Managing Partner of Value Visor.
The preceding O'Gorman Nights activity has been a special presentation of the Real Presence Radio Network.